Hello?
Yo, hi.
What the
Hey.
Elvis?
What's up?
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Well, did you just call me Elvis? Who the fuck's Elvis?
Oh, sorry. I thought.
No,
Well, we were just talking to Elvis, so.
Oh. Who the fuck is Elvis?
He's like a
He's
famous
an alien.
singer.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he sang that one song. What was it called?
Did you say he's a famous singer? Good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has that one song.
Stardust, what is new in your world?
Oh, nothing. Just, the gender debate is now making waves in the Twitch politics community, so that's fun.
The
Oh,
gender
hell
debate?
yeah. How many are there?
Yeah, I'm not
Genders?
going to answer that question, okay? I'm not answering that.
Denying basic biology and or fucking taking away rights of people's identity? Wow.
Is there more than 5?
Why are you always trying to get me canceled? Why?
Him,
Because it's funny.
her,
And
they,
I can
them.
make videos off it.
It's.
Sorry.
And do dear.
Okay, alright. If
I
I get fucking canceled, okay, I better get a cut 5%, okay, at least, okay, if you're gonna make the drama videos on me. Because of you.
We have a lot of people in these streams, we have our trans accepting flamenco, but then Bowblax on the other hand, he gets a little bit wild, so No, I'm joking.
Elvis the
I am a
alien
little
is actually a YouTube commentator. Oh, okay. Alright.
Well, he used to be. Now he's a movie reviewer.
Oh.
Nick, you don't have to join, but I'll add
It's
you
okay.
in here anyway if you want.
I used to be a debate person, and now I'm a politics react person, so it happens, right?
It's a subgenre in the Twitch politics.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello, Nick.
All right, Nick.
What
Stop
do you guys
sucking
want?
Elvis's dick, dude.
Nick?
Hello.
You said you wanted in, bro.
Who names their
No, I
person
wish I could
Elvis,
be in the
though?
call.
Well, you are in the
wish just came
call.
true.
Dude,
Your wish came true.
You're shitting
How
on
do I make
Elvis
this
as
come
like
out
a
of the
name.
phone?
It's like the most popular
Yeah, but it
singer.
reminds me of like an old fat guy, so.
How do I do this thing?
How do you do what?
The audio.
Nick, why you sound like you just came back from the
Nick,
dentist?
you gotta
and
turn
had
on
I
your
surgery?
fucking
webcam
woke
and
up at
Nick,
2 in the morning.
Wait, you woke up?
I fucking
Nick.
closed my eyes for a minute, and I woke up 4 hours later, and it's
Oh,
fucking me
yikes.
up.
Nick, if you want to hear the audio through your speaker, you have to turn on the webcam, then turn it off.
Webcam.
Dog, I'm not trying to see his fat dick.
Yo.
Okay, Edwin.
Wait, what?
Why
Wait,
did you have
what?
to bring
Number
it there?
If Nick can't see his dick, why would he expect us to see it? Number 2.
What the fuck,
Anyways.
dude?
Why are you saying he has a chode, man?
Nick almost showed us his dick when we caught him jerking off at VidCon.
You literally made
Oh
this
my
shit up.
god!
I love
What
that
the
story.
fuck? Oh my
Yeah,
god!
Nick.
I'm in
I love
the
that
call.
story.
Did you?
I'm never
That's my favorite
adding.
story.
I'm never adding Nick to Airbnb again, dude. He
I
just
just
fucking-
Yeah, holy shit, this guy was
he has
fucking-
no sense of privacy, dude.
Dude,
And-
I didn't even stay in that Airbnb. That's the
Mans
funny.
was straight up fucking whacking it when we showed up.
Yeah,
dude.
because you had to buy an entire separate hotel, Airbnb,
Edwin.
or whatever, so you can jerk off without us seeing.
Dude, I was sitting
What a
there with
hole.
the right opinion and Turkey Tom, and we're like, Nick. We walk into his
Dude,
room and we're like,
storage-
what the fuck?
Who just walks into somebody's room? Of course he was jerking off.
Wait,
Well, the right opinion one.
I wasn't even there the first time he told it. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
There is a Tro story though.
Nick was with like his.
Oh.
There's probably a lot of Tro. Dude, Tro, you know how surreal it was? Tro was like fucking high out of his mind on the rooftop party in the fucking corner, curled up in a ball on the couch listening to Black Lives Matter by Bowblax, right while I'm next to
Bowblax.
fucking Sky Williams and Dick Masterson. And I'm like, what the fuck is my life right now, dude?
Couldn't have repeated that one, but if you do want to hear any Tro stories, you can check it out on the new Half Baked that's coming out soon with special
Why are
guest.
you leaking? Dude, what happened to the principle of what happens at VidCon stays at VidCon?
Well, Tro came on
What?
to talk about it.
Wow, Villain69. Villain69 says,
like,
leave
yeah,
the call.
yeah.
You're ruining their stream. Wow. Thanks. God.
It's okay. We don't mind a woman reaction to Nick toes curled up as he viciously masturbates.
Why?
what?
Why are you
Okay,
saying
What kind of
Edwin?
Twitter space is this?
Edwin, why are you always talking about somebody's dick, Edwin? What's going on?
No.
Edwin's
hey.
a horny motherfucker.
Well-
He never gets any puss, dude.
Art did say that he was hiding, dude.
What?
No one's
Yeah, I
gonna.
did say it.
You don't know about
Why
that,
do
guys?
you sound
What?
like I don't know, you sound like a 15-year-old right now, Nick. I don't know what happened.
This mic is terrible.
I just want to state for the record, my channel has now officially surpassed Nick's second channel in terms of subscribers.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Let's go. Let's go. Hasn't passed
Damn.
my
Nick,
channel,
what do you have
though.
to say about this?
Nick?
I'm
Nick,
proud.
you're getting owned.
Dude,
Wait,
Nick wakes up to Elvis
El-
the Alien and Flamenco surprising.
Elvis wants to know what would it take for you to apologize to Bunty, Nick?
For what? For being a
The
cuck?
check- new videos that I could make. And
Wait, what did you say, Nick?
I said the checks on the 2 next videos that I can make on him in advance.
Oh,
Dude,
my
you see,
God.
Elvis, are you
Dude,
seeing how bad this is?
no,
Bunty's
no.
getting owned by a fellow
Yeah.
Indian woman.
Never gonna be another.
Look,
Bunty King video.
wasn't Bunty the guy who is like into like the like
Oh, God, don't do
the
that.
what is his
Keemstar?
politics?
That's
He's got
really-
some
that's
fucking
really-
sus politics. That's what I know, okay? He's got some
Yes,
really
sir.
fucking sus politics.
Nick,
Stardust, that's really like that's kind of a dick move from you to criticize another man. What if he just enjoys like cuckoldry? Like, you know what I mean?
I don't
Like,
care if he.
what's
I
wrong?
actually. I honestly don't care if he's a cuck. I'm totally fine. Whatever you do in your personal life is totally fine. But I do remember him having some super sus politics. That's all.
Bunty
I
kinda-
do
Wait,
agree.
did
Even
Elvis
if he
just
doesn't
call
get
Bunty
beat on,
a
right?
combative weirdo?
He just kind of went with the. There's no way that's really Elvis. He wouldn't describe.
That
Bunty
is
as-
Elvis. That
Shut the
is
fuck up.
Elvis.
You're trolling.
There is
me.
nothing
Why-
wrong with golden
Such
showers.
disbelief. I literally
I
like,
will back
proved that
Bunty
it was
up on that
actually
one.
him on his account.
There's no way that Elvis has had us all blocked for like 2 years and is just casually chatting in like a positive demeanor right now. It's just not possible. I don't believe it. Leave me alone.
Also, what's up, Keem in chat?
Oh no way! Bunty actually defended the JQ.
Yeah, he defended
Oh
Yeah.
fuck
JQ.
that guy! Absolutely not. Don't apologize to that guy. Fuck that.
You
Absolutely
don't
not.
understand,
Alright,
Stardust.
I
He's
don't wanna
competitive.
have to-
I don't care if he's competitive. Okay. Sorry, my voice
I
broke.
don't want to have to defend
Competitive.
for Bunty, but I don't think Bunty defended the JQ because he believed in the JQ. I think he kind of bought into the everyone's saying he's a crypto fascist and he's just asking questions. I just think Bunty's
Oh, so he was
um,
dumb. Okay.
He was in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
anti-SJW
yeah. He's not
sphere
racist.
when everybody was,
like-
going after feminists and stuff. So he was like, "Oh, these feminists are trying to cancel Mouthy Buddha," and all he's doing is just asking, innocent
Yikes.
questions, right?
he's just dumb. I think he was
Yikes.
willing to kind of say what he had to back then.
What were some of the questions?
Oh, shut the fuck up, Edwin.
Edwin,
Mm.
Alabama
I thi-
Edwin definitely knows the question.
I'm sorry. I don't know Elvis. It seems like I get you love the guy, but like the really defending the JQ is just being combative. I don't know about that one, dude.
This is like Elvis's friend group. I
Oh.
didn't realize, like, by shitting on Bunty, I burned the bridge with everyone. I kind of figured that after a year, but I didn't realize I burned the bridge with like everybody. But yeah.
Well, Nick, you want to talk about burning bridges? Like, I'm pretty sure after this week, it's fucking over. Okay, so
It's not,
Yeah.
dude. I don't,
Dude,
The
I don't know if you're noticing this.
about-
Dude. Elvis is here. We're mending a different bridge now.
Yeah, we're switching. We're switching the bridges. But yeah, the thing is Bunty didn't do anything bad, but the fact that he's like a combative weird, like the fact that he's combative is why it kept like spiraling and spiraling, because he would say one thing and then it's like, how can we not shit on him for that, right? So it's just a bunch of consecutive little shit fests and then it builds up, right? But
And
I don't think
when
Bunty
he
did.
made-
I mean, all he did is say he was a cuck,
Well,
really. So.
response video to me, and then in the middle of it, he's like, "Yeah, I believe in immortality."
Oh yeah, he's just funny. He's really fun to make fun of. He's
Yeah,
really,
he is
he's like,
funny.
he's fun to make fun of.
What are you
That's
talking
really what it is. He didn't do anything horrible. He's just like, he makes it so easy to fucking shit on him. It's just
Yeah.
unreal.
I think
Wait,
Kim
Elvis
does
actually
want
wants
in.
on?
Can somebody add
Oh,
Keemstar?
he wants
because
one.
I
God.
love him I don't have his
Dude, nobody
his,
has Keemstar.
his
just-
Discord.
I don't have.
I
don't
think
have
Elvis
Elvis's
might
thing
want
either,
on
so-
too.
Oh,
No, he
God.
does,
something.
but like I don't have his thing. Let me see.
Oh, okay.
He hasn't said he wants on. He doesn't have to call in.
Oh, other people
But if-
said he did.
If he
Dude,
no,
your
they were
chat
lying.
just says every YouTuber who joins.
Yeah, they
wants to
just
take
like they
call.
always like troll me. They're like, this guy wants in. This guy wants to call in. It's like, okay.
Yeah, they trolled me and Bowblax the other day.
All right, Keemstar, accept my friend. I can't friend request you. What?
Nick wants in.
I'm literally here, chat.
Okay, well,
What's
Keemstar,
wrong?
apparently Discord won't let me friend request you, so somebody needs to fucking technicals once in. Good one.
Yeah.
Dude,
PewDiePie
the
wants in?
Discord moderating needs to stop. Okay, and at this point, I don't care if a bunch of redneck fucking militiamen.
Nick,
Whoa!
What?
In a video game. In a video game.
I
We're
didn't
on
even say the
Twitch.
word. What? If a bunch of redneck militiamen have lunch with Discord staff?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
dude.
I wanna
Ethan
I wanna
Ralph
con-
wants in. I'm
Augie
sure he
wants
does.
in.
I wanna congratulate Stardust on getting Ralph to go full on gun mode. That was
Dude, he was so
pretty
mad.
funny.
It was really funny. And then all of his, I don't know if those were his supporters or not, but like there were just like an odd increase in the amount of like racial things directed towards me
That's
the other
definitely
day.
supporters.
He ranted about you on stream
Did
for
he
about
really?
like 35 minutes. Yeah.
Oh my god, what did he
Damn.
say?
Like he was just like really mad.
Do you have a link?
I'm gay now. Yeah, hold on. I'll link
Well,
it to you.
Careful.
He got cut
It's-
off.
Yeah, he will DMCA you. Ralph
well,
is
that's the
very
least of your worries. Ralph is a frequent user of certain non-Twitch friendly words.
Dude,
so...
what Elvis thinks
That's
we
true,
are
too.
is what Ralph is to us.
Huh?
What Elvis thinks we are is what Ralph is to us in terms of toxicity. I would just avoid.
Yeah,
Dude,
literally.
I do want to see though, like what he says. So if he actually ranted about me for
No,
35
I would
minutes,
recommend
like
you screen it off stream. to
Yes.
make
sure,
it's safe
sure,
for
I'll
your
watch it
channel.
off stream. Yeah, just send it to me though if you have it. Yeah, that's so funny. I never thought like I would make. I'm just some Twitter random dude. Like why
Yep.
yell about me? But yeah, guess I made him mad.
oh,
Stardust, you'll never host shows as legendary as the kill stream. You don't understand.
Yeah.
You'll never host things as interesting as the
My
David Duke
favorite-
interview.
I hope I never do. I hope I
God.
never do.
Okay, hold on.
Wait,
so do you remember
do you-
when Ralph was saying that he had like big debates planned and that, you know, Flamenco could never step up to Ralph in terms of
I
like, the content he
heard.
shared?
I heard it's been
Guess
spoiled
what the
for
newest
me.
debate is?
Oh, my
Big
God.
Papa Fascist versus Scrimzox on transgenderism.
oh my
That's
Dude,
the
god.
I don't think there could be a winner there. I mean, actually, Big Papa Fascist will probably end up
Ye-
winning, but
Yeah.
I don't.
Wait,
know if I
and
agree
that's
with
the
Big Papa Fascist's
anti-transgender
take on that
side. What
one.
the fuck?
Well, I don't understand. Why would Scrimzox debate transgenderism on the kill stream? He's obviously walking into a massive fucking trap here.
Yeah.
like-
Alright, Keem says he added Stardust on Discord, so Stardust is.
Oh,
the
you're
best.
Oh.
joking. You're unironically
Really?
mean.
Okay. I'll
Well, I
accept.
can't add Keem because it
He
says
added
his-
Stardust.
That's so
He
said
strange.
not
Why
Nick.
add me? But he'll probably unfriend me after this. So let's see.
Or maybe Keem's just simping. Who knows?
Doubtful. Very
Wait,
doubtful.
Wait, Stardust. Oh wait, you're not in your 20s, so it can't be that. Never mind.
Wow,
Oh, yeah,
rude.
true,
Yeah.
true.
What?
What-
That's his
he-
preference.
Dude, why are you guys streaming in the middle of the night?
Wait, the next kill stream
I didn't
debate
even
is
realize-
X8 versus Demon Mama. Is that really true?
Oh my god, no.
That's about
Well-
how random the Scrimzox one is. I mean,
Elvis the Alien says, literally had no issue with any of you until I felt like the targets y'all chose were underserved. Let's all get into a call and
There's
squash
no way
everything.
that's
You
Elvis.
guys,
Bunty would
me,
never get
Pig,
the call with
Bunty,
me. This-
Kumbaya.
Dude,
That that
something
sounds
must
kind of
have
fucking
gone-
hilarious. To be
I
honest.
don't believe this, dude. We're in the
Like-
middle of Spider-Man No Way Home.
Why
just
don't you
happened,
believe
and
that
this
that's
is like a
actually
parallel
Elvis? I
universe.
literally
There's no
proved
fucking
it
way
on
that's true.
stream.
No
Uh,
fucking way.
Now, okay, let's just do a thought experiment.
I'm
Obviously, that doesn't sound like a
What about
reality.
you, Nick? Are
but-
you down?
well,
Ask
should that
me in
happen?
the morning.
Would there have to be a moderator? Because do you guys think that could happen
No,
peacefully?
he's talking about like privately. I'm sure.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Even-
If I
even-
get a
even
call from
privately.
people, there's not gonna need to be a moderator. I don't think anyone's gonna yell.
Hey, does
Really?
my mic sound better?
Yeah, it sounds great.
Holy shit, Keem sounds
This-
normal. Now I sound like
Whoa,
shit.
you're not talking through an Xbox?
Yeah, you
mic
sound like
there? Nice.
absolute shit, Nick. How do you feel now?
Damn.
Sorry.
Whoa.
Got
What?
roasted.
Yeah, I had
You
to
are
add
fucked.
Stardust because she was the only one in these old chats that was in this call.
Fucking
Keem, you were unironically the best moderator in like all of internet debates.
Dude, when Keemstar paused the debate to ask Augie if he was in the alt-right, I spit my drink clean out of my mouth. Like, that was the funniest thing I've ever heard.
I died, dude. I was
That
like,
was pretty funny.
Are
okay.
you afraid of losing your black friend?
Oh my god.
That shit was funny.
A valid question.
Yeah, well, now I have really good mic quality. I can't wait for the next debate. You know who I want to
Yeah,
bring
dude.
on the debate? Boogie versus Tipster.
Wait, can you tell me what
Mm.
Boogie said in his Twitter video? I never watched it. And by the way, why is he copying your beard, Keem? Did you see he's starting to take shape now?
Yeah, I don't know what really Boogie and Tipster were talking about, but I would like to see them debate on who's going to be the first one to lose their left leg.
Holy shit.
God.
Y'all
Oh,
need to
that's
stop
so
trolling
fucked.
Boogie.
Oh, with diabetes.
I've always been a Boogie enthusiast. You can look back at my history. I've met
Dude,
Boogie like
Augie,
multiple
Augie,
times.
Before I got on
Me
Shop
and
for the
Boogie are
Point,
homies.
I was like writing schizo donations that were like paragraphs at a time, explaining why Boogie's getting too much hate. I'm kind of pissed at him. I am kind of pissed at him now, but
By the way,
like,
if that
been
is the real Elvis,
Uh,
is that the real Elvis of the Elliot? Sorry
No.
for cutting you off.
Yes,
Nick.
it is.
Okay.
It
It
is.
is
It
real.
is.
All right.
Can't be.
Well, if there is a chance that it is real, I just want to say Elvis is literally like a T channel back in the day. Remember in 2016 when people were just making up, like literally making up stories about Keemstar and they would go viral, like like it was a fad to make a Keemstar exposed video. Well, Elvis the Alien did one. Clown called him. We got on Skype with him. And we went through his video and we're like, dude, like every one of these facts is wrong. And he's like, I had no idea. And he just deleted the video. Like he didn't know research. He just basically watched other
Dude,
commentary videos
Fuck, I have to say,
and
I-
copied
wait,
exactly what they
wait,
He
said.
started the
Keem,
genre.
Keem, who today would just delete their video? In 2021, who would actually delete their video?
Isn't that
Nobody.
like the more
They
noble
would
thing to
fight
do?
the
Like,
death
yeah.
for their video.
At least he like got rid of it if he found out the information was wrong. That's a lot
No,
more than you can ask
yeah.
for people nowadays.
People
The
don't bow
problem
down
is
anymore.
there is no, you can't be noble. Like if you delete the video, you're basically saying that you were wrong, and by admitting you're wrong, all these people don't say, hey, that was respectable. No, then they jump on you because now they know they're in an argument they can't lose because you've already admitted that you're wrong. So now they pile up on you and try to destroy you because you were wrong about something. Bro, the world is fucked. They don't let people apologize. Like you can't apologize. They don't let you.
Speaking of apologizing, if there would be like a hyper epic 6-man call where we discuss the drama,
Mm-hmm.
I just want to let you know I'm not giving this Twitter accounts back. That's what I'm
Oh
saying.
my god.
I'm
Good.
keeping Bunty
Oh my
King and I'm
God.
keeping Bionic Pig. I'm not giving those Twitters back. That's it.
I know
That's my
Bunty
only-
King
that's
doesn't
my only
like me,
term.
but I'm honestly I don't remember what my beef with Pig was. I can't remember it. I think that was more
I
of a Nick
think-
thing.
What didn't Pig get mad at you because we criticized him for banning BLM in his fucking Twitch chat?
Again, that was
What?
entirely John's fault in that one instance.
That's totally John's fault.
Yeah, but it was
God.
also his fault for banning BLM. Why would you ban? It's a little baffling. I mean, I understand why he did it, I guess, but I mean, it's still kind of baffling to me.
Can I tell
don't
you
think
my
he's- Yeah.
Can I tell you about? I know a lot of you guys heard this, but maybe the chat hasn't heard it. Do you want to hear the story about how I met Bunty King in real life?
I know this story.
Oh no.
Yeah, but you should tell it for the
Wait,
stream.
wait, Nick, you see this? Elvis says you can keep the Twitter accounts if you just apologize publicly.
Oh god.
What Twitter
We would
accounts?
have to discuss what the terms of the
Wait,
apology actually
Wait,
are.
wait,
Yeah,
shut up.
yeah.
Elvis the Alien, tweet out the letter A right now. Just tweet
What
out the
the
letter A. Tweet out the letter A. Like
Why
gotta
it's
not
have
the
not-
proof,
N word?
yeah.
Tweet out the N word.
Yeah, Twitter the
No,
N-word.
Oh my
Just
God.
just
I
A.
can't
No,
believe that it's the
no.
real Elvis. So you can click
There's
on the
nothing you
account
haven't
and
done
see
in the
that it's
past,
him.
right?
No,
Yeah, it
just
has to
tweet
be.
out.
Elvis doesn't come to these chats.
He's got like 1,300
Dude, he tweeted
followers.
He tweeted A, guys. He tweeted
Did he
A.
really?
Screenshot.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that was
Screenshot.
fast.
Dude, of course.
Oh,
Twitterverse
it is
really
him.
fucking
It is
big.
him.
I told y'all.
Well, I would
All
get
right.
it, yeah.
Who hacked
See-
Elvis? Can I
See,
get
I'm
straight up?
blocked, but I saw that shit right away because I'm on this shit.
Yeah, he
dude.
Yeah.
just put the letter A.
So why is Elvis the alien in this chat? That's weird. Because didn't he like him and his friends? They got together and they were like, you know what, we're gonna be different, and then they all became irrelevant. Why is he here?
I mean, they all have pretty big channels.
He wants to
What?
mend the bridge.
Well, Elvis
Okay.
Elvis
They
has a
talk about,
successful
like-
channel. I don't think
They
anyone else.
talk about they all cover like movie stuff.
They
now,
do
right?
cover
Like, they're all, like,
movies.
media
They're in a
channels.
completely
would
different
love to
genre
sit
now.
there and agree with you, but I'm pretty sure Pig actually holds more viewers than
Oh my
Bowblax
god,
now.
this kid has 1 million subs? How?
He turned into a movie
Take it
YouTuber.
back.
He's
Ugh.
not a commentator anymore.
Bruce
I mean, on
Willis
Twitch.
movies are so bad. Shut up, bro. I'm like I'm disliking this video. Are you fucking kidding me?
Well,
Die
he
Hard
won't
is
be
one of
able
the-
to see it.
Die Hard is one of the greatest movies of all time.
It's the best Christmas movie there is.
Exactly.
Dude, I have a question. Did anyone else get No Way Home tickets yesterday? The Spider-Man one?
No.
Did anyone do what?
No.
Dude, I got opening night Spider-Man tickets. I'm so
Oh, shit.
fucking
Nice.
hype.
Nice.
Wow, cool.
Dude, I don't even care about drama. I need to see Tobey Maguire swinging with the Raimi.
Dude,
beam.
Nick is high as a kite right now. Like, how much did you smoke?
That's
No,
the edible,
dude, I
dude.
just woke up.
Yeah, the edible
Oh.
hasn't worn off yet.
Nick's the
Ugh.
consumer.
You know what I did today? I got an
No.
HDMI splitter.
20-year-olds?
All that, but I also got a HDMI splitter, and now I can run music videos in my bar on multiple monitors.
Oh, that's sick.
Nice.
Nice.
You know,
Dude,
it's
weren't you gonna
little.
build like a fucking like bowling alley at one point or something, or is that I feel like I remember you saying you were gonna like
So-
build like a bar with a bowling alley in it or something weird like that.
Yeah.
Make it
So
all up.
listen, this is what happened. Okay, this is my side hustle. Listen, I don't care how much fucking money you make on fucking YouTube. You always got to have a fucking side hustle. And my current
True.
side hustle is
True.
just okay. Listen to this. All right. So the pandemic hits, right? And so
Mhm.
all these ships are like coming to drop products over to America. All right. And basically what happens is they can't get the products off the boat because the customs and US customs, all that shit is backed up because of the pandemic. This has been going on for a fucking year and a half. There are so many ships over here on the shore of America that are just filled with products, and it's way overdue, and they can't go to the stores, and they're just dropping them off. They're wholesaling these fucking things to get the ships cleared so they can go back and get other stuff and get back on track, right? So there are pallets of chainsaws for $300. Pallets of like I don't
Ooh.
know tankless water heaters, just all different types of stuff, screw guns, all that. So I've been buying these things left and right, and I'm flipping them, and I'm making like a good like $10,000 a fucking week just doing this shit on the side.
Smart.
Dude, are those ships related to Gillisbane Maxwell's Terramore project?
Probably.
Okay.
Wait, where do you buy
Uh,
these things, Keem?
Dude, all different types of places. There's a bunch of liquidation freaking websites, but we have a guy that's like a medium that's going through and talking to the individual shipyards. So that's like the main guy right now.
Hmm.
I've dabbled in it a little bit with liquidation.com, and now I'm into it big time. But anyhow,
Fucker Keemstar joins the call and he's like, dude, I can get you pallets of chainsaws. I got the hookup.
No, this is unironically.
no,
like,
but you don't
might
understand.
do
The
this.
pallet of chainsaws, Nick, is like $10,000 worth of merchandise that
Oh,
you're
yeah,
buying
yeah,
for
yeah.
$300, which then you can sell at half of retail for $5,000 and walk away. You could sell it for $3,000 and walk away with hella profit. It's
Dude,
insane.
could you be my chainsaw dealer?
No, but here's the better thing, right? All this inventory that they're trying to get rid of, you could sell it now for that retail flip, or inflation's going up, the prices of everything is going up. You could store it in a fucking warehouse and just hold it, sit on it for a year, and then go and resell it once retail prices are through the
Dude,
fucking
why
roof.
don't you tell YouTubers to do this instead of crypto scamming their audience?
Oh, YouTubers should be doing everything. Dude, did you guys see
Yeah,
my mobile
even
games? I
crypto
talked
scam.
about it first on one of your guys' streams, and today I
Lies.
tweeted out a video of it.
I saw it. It looked pretty cool.
A chainsaw drop shipper.
Dude,
Keemstar
the
literally.
tank.
Thank you for the subscribe, Kiwi Reaper. I appreciate you. Guys, we are at 45% of the daily sub goal. Please subscribe if you want me to continue to do this. I love you guys. I provide the best analysis of politics I can provide, and I try to have a nuanced take on the things going on in the politics sphere. Very much appreciate you.
Suspicious number of women in Black Panther.
Suspicious. That's so funny.
What was the point of the story I was telling you? Oh, the bowling alley. Okay, so
Yeah, dude.
so basically, long story short, this guy was building a bowling alley, right, in a town near me, right, and he bought all the bowling, the lanes and everything. It comes like a kit, right? So he's building the bowling alley. The fucking pandemic hits. All right. The bowling alley, all the lanes cost $500,000 fucking dollars. All right. I got this motherfucker down to $10,000. He's just trying to get rid of them, bro. This dude's going bankrupt. So I'm gonna get 10 bowling alleys for $10,000 fucking dollars. I just have to do all the work, but I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Is there gonna be like Keemstar lanes and like fuck? Wait, what the fuck?
Keemstar
Yeah,
pins
you
and
know
stuff.
he's gonna brand it after
No,
fucking
I'm-
Keemstar.
I'm selling 8 of the lanes if I do the deal. I don't know if I'm doing the deal. I'm selling 8 of the lanes, and then I'm putting 2 of the bowling lanes like at my house, so I can bowl at my house.
Oh my god, you have too much money.
Yeah, but you guys said you wanted to come riding at some point. I would imagine it'd be around summer. So, obviously, when you're done riding the ATVs on the trail and shit, you'd probably want to go bowling, right?
Fucking
Fuck yeah, dude.
true.
So quit crying.
Thinking ahead.
No,
Hey,
but
fuck
I don't
VidCon. It's
understand
fucking.
how you have all this shit going on, but you always tweet out about how bored you are, dude. Seems like
It's,
you
it's
got a
about to
lot
be
do.
KeemCon, dude. He's fucking preparing KeemCon.
Yeah, literally.
well, I get bored when there's like nothing to do. Obviously, I do a lot. I'm doing a lot
I
of
like
things.
when they're like, get a real job, and then you take a picture. You're like, I just fucking mowed this entire backyard and like fucking, I don't know, like just terraformed a fucking lake into grass. I don't know.
Yeah, somebody told me to touch grass, and I was like, "What? I own 230 acres of grass." Like,
Oh my god.
What am I?
Yeah, at this rate, KeemCon sounds way cooler than VidCon.
Definitely better than
I'm just saying.
Camicon.
Yo,
There won't
Keem,
be
what
a
do you think?
capacity problem.
Should we bury the hatchet with Bunty King?
Yeah, I'm down. But I'm gonna tell you this cringe Bunty King story. But first, let me tell you about KeemCon, right? Because there is another idea that I have. So I own a lot of farmland, right? That I rent out to farmers. So basically, how it is taxes, like are about I would say $9,000 a year. And the reason why they're so cheap is because it's farmland. So farmers get a discount because it's agriculture land. And then I rent that to the farmer that uses the fields. He pays me $12,000 a year. So I get profit on renting the farmland, and it pays more than the taxes, and I get a bonus. But I was thinking about one of those fields, turning that into a giant mud pit. Now, hear me out. Don't freak out. Giant mud pit, right? And invite people to bring their ATVs around the country or in the area to come run through the mud pit. Now, you might think that's stupid, but there are similar things that happen. These motherfuckers pay something like $100 for the weekend. They pay like a license per vehicle to run through the fucking mud. They pay camping fees to camp there the whole weekend. I can walk away with a cool about $220,000 on a weekend. My overhead will probably be about $50,000.
Damn. You've been thinking about this shit, man.
It's really popular. These mud runs.
All right, tell us the Bunty King story. Chat's been dying to hear it.
So I'm in LA, and you know, I had to go make a music video with Sky Does Minecraft, also known as Net Nobody. Little song I threw together, has over 11 million views, was on Jimmy Fallon, sold like 30,000 copies. It was called Dollar in the Woods. During that trip, Sky Does Minecraft said that he wanted to go to a party. It's like, I'm down to go to some party, and I go, whose is it? And it was that. What is that kid on Twitter's? Whose house was it? The one that dated the
Chris
feminist?
Ray Gun.
right?
Cuck Ray
Chris
Gun.
Raygun.
It was Chris Raygun's party, right? So I'm like, oh man, I don't want to go, and like, I don't really. I know these are just weird people, right? This is the number one reason why I've refused to go to VidCon. It's just a bunch of weirdos. It's you guys in a room. I'm not doing that. So anyhow, he convinces me to go. I go. We Uber over there, right? I walk in, I open the door, and the apartment is trash. Like, it's just dirty. There's like dirt on the kitchen floor, and it's all dudes. The only girl there was Chris Raygun's like girlfriend, and it just smells. These fuckers are sitting in a circle watching some Xbox announcement thing, getting all hyped to hear about the new Xbox games that are coming out. It was like E3 or something was on the TV, and they were sitting around it like it was the fucking Super Bowl, had little bowls of like fucking pretzels and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this cringe world? And I walk in, and sure enough, they all freak out. Keemstar, 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 and the only Bunty King is there. The minute I step in the door, I just want to get the fuck out of there. Sure enough, this fucker jumps off the couch, comes over to, because I'm in the kitchen. I'm just grabbing a beer and just trying to suck down a beer as fast as I can, like trying to be by myself, because I want no part of this weird fucking BO gamer fucking thing that's happening, right? I'm trying to suck down a beer. Bunty King comes all the way over and fucking starts talking to me. Keemstar, oh my God, we met in real life and da 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 da. And he's like, let's take a picture. I'm like, no, I don't want to do pictures. No, let's take a picture. No, I don't want to take pictures. The entire time I was there, which was about 20 minutes, right? This fucker is trying to get a selfie with me. And I'm saying, no, to the point where then Sky Does Minecraft turns on me like, dude, why are you being a dick? Like, take a picture with him. The entire room is like, bro, like, what? Just take the picture. Like, what the fuck? And I'm like, dude,
And then you smash the phone out of his hand.
being like fucking peer pressured, right? So I'm like, anyhow, long story short, he ends up getting the fucking picture of me, right? And there was some type of like minor altercation, and he fucking then follows up with, I'm like, thank God, like, I'm done with this, right? Like, I'm done with this, like, I'm getting out of here soon, right? He then goes, we gotta touch beards. Let's take a picture of touching beards.
Oh,
Bro, I'm losing my mind.
that's
I'm
weird.
losing my.
Touch
He wants
beards.
to take a picture where he's pointing his beard at me, I'm pointing my beard at him, and we're touching beards.
What?
I'm like, I'm getting the fuck out. Bro, I stormed out of that motherfucker, right? And I go, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom down the road or whatever. I'm like, I can't shit in here. I gotta take a shit, and I'm not shitting it next to people. I make some fucking excuse up, right? Bro, I'm
Nice excuse.
I'm speed walking down the halls of this shitty fucking apartment complex building, and I Ubered and got the fuck out of there. Sky hits me up like 15 minutes later. He's like, where'd you go? I'm like, I'm leaving. I'm home. Like, fuck this, bro. Oh, it was just the most awkward shit ever, dude. A bunch of fucking losers like sitting around. Like at the time, keep in mind, Chris Raygun, fucking his girlfriend, Bunty King, all of them were making like, I don't know, like $10,000-$20,000 a month on YouTube. They were doing good for themselves. They decided to just fucking be in a room smelling like fucking farts and Cheetos. Losers.
Oh my God, that
At
does
least-
sound pretty
at least-
miserable. I gotta be
At
honest.
least he didn't smell like curry.
Dude, that's
Okay,
racist. That's fucking.
Dude,
how
Curry
that
is
not
so
racist?
fucking good though.
Wow.
Holy
It's
shit.
true. But
How is that not
Wow.
racist? That's racist.
Yeah, Edwin, what are you saying, Alabama Edwin?
No.
Why? Edwin's supposed to be like the SJW fucking T community nice guy. And
no,
then he
if
says like
he
the
smell,
most fucking
no,
racist shit
I'm,
with
I'm
Stardust
saying,
in the call, dude.
if he smell
Wow.
if he smell like racist, I mean, if he smell like Curry, then Keemstar would
If
have
he
to sound
smells like
racist by saying
racist,
that.
good one.
Yeah.
So I think you might have a case for getting Bunty King to actually apologize to you for trying to touch your beard without your consent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be Bunty that should be apologizing. That's right.
No,
Bunty
like
should be
you
on
don't
his knees.
understand. I don't want I don't want to talk to Bundy King. Like I forgive you, bro. Just don't talk to me ever again. Especially in person, bro. Stay away from me. Like I don't want to be seen with you, dude.
Oh
And
my
then
god.
here's the other thing with this fucking complete weirdo, right? After Bunty King gets exposed for being a cuck or whatever, all that whole thing happens, right? This dude starts posting on Twitter that he is a real gamer. I'm a gamer. I'm a real gamer. And I don't know where this attitude from him came from. It's so insane because yes, it's one thing to like video games, watch the E3. I get it, right? You're a fan, all right? But it's another thing to be a part of the gaming community. Like it's a different thing. Like he wasn't a gaming YouTuber. He wasn't a gaming streamer. He was over there sucking off like some weird grifting politics bullshit that had nothing to do with gaming. And like for 2 years, this motherfucker kept posting everyone that he was a real gamer and he had like some high-end PC and like shut the fuck up. It's just a fucking fraud, bro.
Not a real gamer. I agree.
Yeah, he was like trying to like make gaming podcasts and be like, guys, I'm a gamer. Check
Was
out
he
my
a bit of a
gaming stuff. It
grifter?
was such a weird like
I mean,
paradigm
yeah, I guess he
shift
was
that,
essentially like like a fake anti SJW, and now he's a real SJW. I don't really
he's not a
understand
real
his stance.
gamer. He's a fake gamer.
Dude, it's just like it's so stupid. Like, what is the term gamer, right? Like everybody games. People play games on their phone. Like you know, grandmas are gamers, right?
Yeah.
When you're saying like you're gaming and you represent the gaming community, you better have some fucking pedigree. Like, what did you do? Like, did you like, do you do let's plays? Like, are you a streamer? Like, no, this
Say
was
Gamer Awards.
he was literally starting. He was starting his gaming career and then flexing on everyone that he's like a real gamer and part of the game. Like, what the fuck? No, you don't. You have no background in this whatsoever. You're new to this whole entire fucking world. Shut up.
True.
Damn. How much of a gamer are you, Keem?
I game every day.
Nice.
I run gaming tournaments. I started my career trolling motherfuckers in Halo 3. I still teabag motherfuckers left and right and talk shit and say a bunch of slurs.
Hell yeah, that's what's up.
I say slurs. Bunty doesn't. Bunty's not a gamer. I'm a gamer. I say
Unironically
slurs.
true, though.
So
Bunty
true,
has his
dude.
history. He's got his history.
Okay, he
If
defended the
you're-
JQ. I think he
Oh,
sounds
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Bunty probably said slurs, but
Jesus.
more in a political context than a gamer context.
Wow.
If
Probably
you're-
is
Is that
worse.
better or
It's
worse?
probably
I mean,
worse.
If you're
Yeah, I
gaming,
mean,
if you're
gamer
gaming on
context.
your alt account and you're not saying slurs, like you're doing it wrong.
What's,
Well, I
what's
mean,
your
I
favorite
can't
slur,
say
Keem?
that. Like, you know who I am now. But if I was on an alt account and you didn't know my identity, I'd tell you.
Oh, all right.
Your favorite slurry?
Oh my god. That's so fucking funny.
You
What's
just-
your favorite
you-
slur, Augie?
You don't hear the classics anymore. I
You guys
remember
know.
every single game I would go into, somebody would call me the F slur. Every game. Like, that was like the standard.
Yeah, I know.
What's the episode?
Don't hear that at all.
Yeah, you don't hear that shit at all anymore.
Well, you do hear it when you play Mario Party with Bowblax.
Yeah,
Who's,
Other than
I'm a
that,
who's
true gamer.
playing? Who's saying it?
It just slipped out, dude. I don't know.
Oh, you say both?
The game was heated, all right.
Oh,
He had a
wow.
heated gamer mode. Exactly.
Damn, everyone's having heated moments lately.
Only
Why
Flamenco
is
to
Nick typing
Nick.
in the chat when he's in the
Oh, that
chat?
was me. I'm sorry.
No, but Nick's literally in the chat.
Oh,
no,
you
he's
guys
not.
were
He's
hearing
not
my
talking about.
keyboard.
He's not talking about the keyboard noise. He's talking about Nick literally typing in chat. But he left the call. That's why.
What is this game that you're playing?
It's Sonic, dude.
Does it look so good? Is it a new one?
No, it's a fan project. They took, like the worst Sonic game ever. Like people say it's the worst game of all time, Sonic 06. Basically, this one guy is like reprogramming the game from the ground up to make it actually good and bring all the
Okay.
old concepts that they never made. It's
Okay,
really cool.
hear me out. Hear me out. All right. This is what you got to do. All right. You got to get a
Mhm.
thing called a Retron 5. All right. This thing called a Retron 5. All right. And then what you got to do is you got to get SCART cables, and you can plug that SCART cable into the Retron 5 and directly into like a Super Nintendo, a Nintendo 64, a Sega Genesis, and it runs out HDMI. And why it's called the Retro 5 is it takes those lines and multiplies it by 5, so you get the absolute best resolution on those old classic consoles, and you can run it through your software and stream it. No lag.
Dude.
You're playing on original hardware. No lag whatsoever.
I saw, I think it was Modern Vintage Gamer. He did a video on something kind of similar to that, but it was for like the GameCube, I think. Do you ever watch that guy? He does great videos.
You can run anything into it, but yeah, I mean, I have the 4K GameCube, so I don't really need that, but
Who made you that? Wasn't that
Wasn't it Nintendo?
yeah.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Love that guy. Like his videos a lot.
You know why I have a 4K GameCube and I know about the Retro 5 and all that stuff? Because Bunty King, I'm a real fucking gamer.
Yeah, dude. Bunty wouldn't know jack shit about that. Bunty would be like, yeah, I installed Steam. There's this really cool program called Steam. You get a lot of games on it. That's what he'd be like.
So funny.
Dude.
Just found out about it.
Dude, you know what? This is reminding me, all right? Bunty King was tweeting out and flexing to the fucking world that he got a brand new part for his computer and that he was going to be able to stream this game in 4K. Do you know what the game was?
What?
Oh no, I know which game it was.
Cyberpunk?
Cyberpunk!
Yeah. He's like, I'm a real gamer. Dude, he was hyping up Cyberpunk so much for like years, dude. That
Everybody
was like his magnum
was
opus.
though. Like Cyberpunk was.
Yeah,
literally
but
hyped
Bunty
for,
in
like, a fucking
particular.
decade, and then it came out, and nobody cared about that game anymore.
Dude,
Oh no, it's not that. It's that they launched it in like a completely unplayable state.
They had to take it off the PlayStation Store because it was so shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I tweeted out a couple days before it was released, or maybe a day before it was released. I go, I don't understand the hype for this game. Like, it doesn't look that good. Like, it's just, I'm telling you, I do not get this hype. I'll try it out, but like, I don't get the hype. And sure enough, it bombed.
Yeah. Did you try it out?
No, I still haven't played it.
Damn.
I did for my collection, though. I got one of those Cyberpunk Xbox Ones. It's sealed.
Oh shit. Nick says I called the Smash community, but I play Sonic. Curious. Honestly, I trust the Sonic community 10 times more. The Sonic community is innocent. They get into drama about like, I mean, Bowblax knows it more than me. Like they get into drama over like so much stupid shit.
Oh my
Like,
god, the
Smash
Sonic
community is all
drama is
just,
hilarious.
Like, pedos and stuff. So it's
Yeah,
like-
literally the Smash community's pedos, the Sonic community's autism.
No,
like, which is
no, the
worse?
Sonic community is furries. I mean, you're
Oh,
playing
that
a
too.
furry.
Isn't
There's-
CWC is CWC like included with that community or what? Like I don't know anything. about
CWC.
Chris is like
Oh, Chris?
more. Yeah, Chris is more Sonic, not really furry. Bronies too.
But
It's like a
doesn't-
weird
Chris doesn't play
subsection.
the games. He's just into like the lore and shit.
No,
I
Chris,
think
Chris,
it's game.
Chris is addicted to video games.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Chris spent like a lot of money on, although like the achievements on PlayStation Network were also like pretty notice. I don't know.
Team, did you cover the Christian stuff with Drama Alert? I can't remember.
Christian who?
Christian.
Yeah.
Oh hell no, absolutely not. That's,
Stay clear from that topic.
Dude, when stories like that come up, and it's not gonna be. It's like everyone's gonna talk about it. I get it. So it is kind of popular and it is kind of mainstream. I mean, the news covered it, right?
Tucker Carlson covered it.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. It just doesn't align with Drama Alert, right? Drama Alert is like Aiden Ross, like Deji, KSI, Jake Paul. Like Drama Alert is like, I don't know, cool kid club type of shit. Now, obviously we have to cover stories outside of that realm from time to time. It's just a different vibe than this Chris Chan shit,
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was interesting. I did watch a lot of videos and paid attention to it.
Have you seen that documentary, that like 60, 70 part documentary that one guy made?
No, I know about it though. I heard about it.
Yeah, I don't have time to watch it.
Stardust watched the entire thing on stream, I think.
I did, yeah. Chatters hated me.
Hey, Stardust, you should ask him that centipede question.
Oh God, dude.
That's
Oh
a good
God.
idea.
Okay. All right.
It's a good.
So let's say somebody forces you to participate in a human centipede, but you have to be the middle. You have to choose one person for your front and one person for your back, and it has to be people that you've interacted with before.
What? That's like a personal question. Like what?
Well,
But it has to be like
internet people,
YouTubers, like internet people.
not like your family.
Yeah, not your
Okay,
family.
so-
Yeah, internet people.
So I
Hopefully.
don't really know to full extent what human centipede is. I know it's a bunch of people lined up, but like, where do their heads go?
Their
Yeah.
heads are attached to the butt of the person in front of them.
Yeah.
So you're just smelling someone's butt 24/7.
Yeah,
you're eating that
you're
24/7.
basically eating their shit. Yeah. And
Yeah.
somebody's eating your shit.
On occasion.
Yes, it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter.
Well, whose shit would you eat, and who would you like to have eat your shit?
I'd rather
Well,
just be-
because what are you talking about? It's the first person, the head of the centipede, that determines what the shit's going to be. That same shit is going to go through every single person. This is a dumb question because it doesn't matter.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
But I mean, I guess who would you feel okay with having your head attached to their butt, I guess.
No one, so
I
it
mean, the
doesn't
last person
matter.
suffers
No
more.
one, so it doesn't matter.
That's true. That's true, I suppose.
Wow, anticlimactic.
Literally the
Stardust,
same
now
answer I
ask
gave
me-
last night.
Ask him the question you asked me on your panel show, the first one.
I don't
No, I'm just
remember what
kidding,
I
don't
asked
actually
you.
Ask him that.
Wait, the
like,
one
would
about
you
the
rather-
ass or tits?
No, it was that weird question. It was like the incest fucking question you asked, like when I first went on your show. And
No,
you
ask
said
him,
you weren't really into
I
it.
don't want to ask that
tits,
question.
ass, or the third one.
So fucking funny.
I used that question, by the way, Augie. I used that question on a panel I went on recently, and somebody got
Oh,
upset
yeah?
at me before the panel even started.
Oh my god. I saw you make a tweet the other day. You were like, I'm gonna get canceled hanging out at all these fucking YouTubers, and now I'm starting to see why.
My God.
Why?
We're bad influence.
Yeah,
There is
everyone.
nothing
Good
wrong with
people.
anything we say.
Is
I
there any
mean-
updates to the tactical story?
No, not really. He's still making his video on us, I think. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I don't believe it.
I think it's a waste of time because I don't think
Well, I
it's
think it
gonna go
is
anywhere.
too, because he's won the audience, so there's no reason to just like
For now.
dedicate it. I don't know.
It's not gonna age well.
I don't understand why guys don't make peace. Like I don't understand why there's still. Well, actually, Nick kind of described what his problems were.
Because he's
but-
got an ego like Nick.
It really is battle. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Battling
Run with
with-
tech, but
I can tell you this, man. Inflation is going to go
There-
through the roof. You have to, like, if you have money in the bank, you better spend it all right now and buy property, stocks, NFTs, whatever, crypto.
Yeah.
Just do
Gold.
not
Yep.
have cash in the bank. Like, cash
Yep,
in the bank seems like such a bad idea right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
buy some Solana, some.
Yeah,
That's about it.
investing is a skill that everybody needs, but not a lot of people have. I guess because it's not like taught or whatever. But
Get some Ethereum.
Really
you
should
know,
be.
some
Invest in
Polygon,
some
some
What do you
Matic.
mean?
Kids going.
What do you mean? It's like what? Investing is a skill? It's not a skill. You think it's a skill?
Kind of is like
Well, you need to know the
recognizing good
basics.
trends and knowing how to diversify and all that stuff.
yeah, some people just don't have that instinct. I think most of us do because we're YouTubers, and that's like how we got big, is having that instinct. But not a lot of people have that instinct. Like, people consider it a talent, I guess.
Well, investing is, you're trying to predict the future. So it's gambling
Yeah.
and fortune telling, right? So if you think it's like, I don't know, I don't see it as a skill. I see it as like, you just have to try. Like you have to spend some time in your own head and think.
Have conviction.
For me, investing has come relatively easy because of my time on Twitter. If you spend enough time on Twitter, if you're spending 5 hours a day on Twitter, then you have a good understanding. If you're looking at multiple topics throughout the entire day and checking out the trending page and searching up different things, like you're going to have an understanding of what the general public thinks about whatever, COVID, whatever, and then you can take that understanding of what you're seeing on Twitter and apply it to your investing strategies, and then you win. I mean, that's like basically all my crypto
but tell
wins.
that to Internet AJ. Like, not all of
Oh
us
my
make
God.
20,000 in crypto. Okay.
Actually,
some
the way you
people-
described it, is a skill.
It's not a skill. It's work. It's just work. It's
Well,
work.
working is a skill. I mean, like Augie
Mm.
said, tell it to Internet AJ. He can't fucking do that for shit.
It's something to learn.
No. Internet AJ didn't do any work, right? He threw a bunch of money into Moon Portal or whatever the hell it was without doing any research. Like, you have to work. So,
You have to know why it's going to appreciate in value.
And what is that? That's work.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So it's
But
like
you work on improving a skill.
Work isn't a skill. Work isn't a skill.
Well, you can put work in to improve a skill, and that's a skill. That
Like
you're
being better at it
just the
is
semantics.
improving on a skill, and that's work.
I guess you could have skills researching. You could have researching skills.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, the basic person knows how to run Twitter. The basic person knows how to run Google.
Yeah,
that doesn't require skills.
Yeah, but they don't know how to put all of that knowledge together and think critically in order to use that knowledge for something like investing.
Okay. All he had to do is look up Moon Portal review, and he would have found somebody that said, I got scammed, this didn't work. That's all he had to do. That doesn't require skill. That is literally just Google. So it's work, it's time, it's effort. It's time and work. Time and work is almost everything. Time and work is so much more important than skill. It's so much more important.
I agree. Yeah, you need time and work to improve a skill or to just do anything.
Speaking of Twitter, what did you think of Jack Dorsey stepping down? Did you see that?
You know what? Two things crossed my mind. The first one was, holy shit, this is a big moment. And Twitter is my favorite platform, and I understand there's a lot of criticism of free speech and all the other stuff. But I think overall, Jack Dorsey has done a great job, and I just want to tweet him and say, thank you for everything you did. Like, my life would be drastically different without Twitter, right? I love that platform for multiple different reasons, not just my career.
Shit on it?
Then the second thought that went through my mind is, congrats to the new guy. But if I remember correctly, the new guy is not in favor of free speech. So I got a little scared.
Tom put up a quote on Twitter. They don't give a fuck about like the First Amendment.
Is he breaking out for anybody else?
And
yeah, dude. That
Yeah, they're
sounds
looking
dope.
to
He wants.
tighten shit up.
He doesn't give a shit about the First Amendment. He's saying, look, you can't tweet out, you love Nazis or something. You can't tweet out offensive, racist stuff. So I think that's basically in context of what he's referring to.
Mm-hmm.
Can't put other people's lives in danger using your Twitter account, right? I don't know.
Fair.
Yeah. I don't know. A lot of people are saying it's Jack Dorsey was the last line of defense, even though he wasn't perfect. He had a lot of,
Let me ask
a lot
you.
of the censorship went against his values, and that's, it's kind of like the end times for a lot of people for Twitter. Have you seen the Twitter Spaces that have been going on?
Oh my gosh.
Hashtag Mayo Monkeys gotta go.
Dude, there's been some messed up Twitter Spaces for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not long. That's not. Twitter Spaces is gonna be God by the end of the week, and it sucks. Oh, dude, Twitter Spaces is awesome. I love it. Love it.
Dude, there's so many crazy titles.
Every fucking Twitter Space is like, white genocide isn't real. Do black people deserve rights? Like, they're insane. Like, some of these fucking things.
I feel like that I am in support of the First Amendment, right? I want everyone to be able to voice their thoughts, right? But then I ask myself a question. If I could ban every account that has tweeted out the word ratio more than 10 times, I'd hit the button. I'd ban them all. I'd ban every single one of them.
Yeah, you want to ban
We'll make a new account. It's if I could ban accounts that just spam ratio all day, I'd ban them. I would Thanos snap them 100%. Actually, let me ask the chat. One in the chat if you would too. It's the most pointless, dumbest stuff. And what really makes me mad is when other influencers use it. Like, no, that's the most annoying shit. Like, dude, I'm telling you, I have always on Twitter have dealt with, fuck you, Keemstar. Like, people talk shit, and that's fine. That's totally acceptable, right? But I'm at a point now where nobody's talking shit and they're just saying ratio. Like, what is it? Like, dude, I'll tweet out something and I want feedback of something, and there is no living, breathing, real, logical brain communicating with me anymore. Like, every reply to my tweet is just attention-seeking dumb shit. Ratio, you fell off, you're old. Some meme that isn't even relevant because they're just trying to get likes on some meme that they found, right? Twitter's like ruined right now. It's so fucking annoying.
Pro censorship for dumb people.
Yeah, it's like
I'm sympathetic.
everybody's been, I guess, maybe subconsciously like chasing that ratio, and like before they did it by like trying to make like good arguments that would like, people would agree with over the main tweet to legitimately ratio. But now people are like, oh, I can just do it by saying plus ratio. Let me not even put any effort at all and just be a dumbass. Like,
someone's in the chat said Keem's mad about Hassan's ratios. Yeah, I am. I called him out for something. He didn't argue my point. He literally just said ratio while he was on a live stream to his Twitch audience of 20,000 people. He's doing it on screen, and of course they all went and liked the tweet, and of course he ratioed me. Didn't stand a fucking chance, and he didn't fucking communicate with the point that I was making about him being a socialist. He didn't say anything. He just said ratio. Of course I'm mad. It's fucking dumb. Like, no one's talking anymore. There's no debate anymore. It's just stupid, dumb shit.
Well, I'm gonna wrap it up. It's 2 a.m. I need to get some sleep, but I'm gonna read Stardust and
It's like, let's go. It's like me tweeting out something like, who do you think won, Augie or Technicals? And like, literally all the responses are augers. Like, what? Like, what? I want an opinion. I'm looking for a fucking opinion. I'm looking for some feedback. Like, who do you think won this debate? Like, there's everyone's just saying poggers. Keem, you obviously won.
I feel like that Twitch culture or like TikTok culture or something. I don't know, like Dream SMP culture. Like, I've noticed like a lot of these like younger people are just spamming shit and not even like trying to have meaningful conversation on social media.
There's no talking anymore. There's no talking anymore.
It's just look at me, please look at me, please look at me, please look at me.
Give me attention.
It's
Retarded.
it's so sad. It's Twitter's ruined. There's no conversations anymore. So I mean, I love Twitter to death, but I mean, come on, it's getting pretty bad.
Yeah,
It's
the
getting
last couple
pretty
months in
bad.
particular. Yeah, there's not a lot of back and forth. Creators
did
don't
you-
want to fight each other anymore on Twitter either.
Did you
it
just
seems
end
like.
his
Thank you for the raid.
Oh,
I
he
really
said he
appreciate
was
that.
going to.
What a loser.
But Stardust is still streaming, so we're technically.
Why didn't
still
he
alive.
host Stardust then?
He just
he
did.
did. He
He
just
What are you
did.
talking
Yeah.
about,
I was gonna
Keem?
say, I don't
We're
know.
there now. Well, I guess we were always a Stardust.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for the raid. I appreciate it.
Let's go. Stardust, you're popping off too.
I don't know about that. I'm just happy that things are taking off a little bit. So keep working.
It's taken off.
Oh, she's been growing on Twitch.
Yeah. I'm just happy.
Aren't you a political streamer?
Yes. Yeah, I am.
Who did you debate?
Usually I go on panels and I'm usually the one contrarian opinion. So that's usually that's how I've been gaining traction lately. But yeah.
What's
Her
that
panel
mean?
shows are pretty entertaining too.
Yeah, I do panel shows. Sorry?
What does that mean? Described yourself as what?
Pretty contrarian, I would say. So I kind of get into
does that
trouble a
mean?
decent amount of the time. Twitch tends to be very like left leaning and kind of not even left, very far left. And pretty.
They all have the same take. She goes.
Yeah, they all have the same take. They really do. Nobody ever thinks about any other take. So, generally, I don't know. I'm not even like a conservative. I'm just a liberal, but I'm like a conservative to these people. So, yeah,
I
like
think dear is a pronoun, King. Stardust literally been called a white supremacist.
I have been called a
Tim
white
Pool
supremacist.
Lost the plot. Has Tim
I don't know.
Pool lost the plot because Tim Pool has been constantly saying that he's liberal and da 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 da. If you like look at his YouTube channel or any tweet that he puts out, it's like attacking the left. Like,
Yeah.
Does he upload any video criticizing the right or criticizing anything the right has done ever? Like, what is this?
The only time he's done something similar to that was when Vosh went on his show and he was sucking Vosh's dick the entire time. So
Why?
I guess they both like D&D or something like that. So
Dungeons and Dragons?
yeah.
Yeah. I think Tim Pool has a good idea of what he's doing, and he gets 100K live views when he has fucking wild streams with Alex Jones on them. Which is probably smart.
I'm not alt-right. Please don't say that. No, there's this big blowout on Twitch politics recently. It's like all the gender debate right now. That's super hot. Prior, it was like the sex acts in public debate. Prior to that, I don't even remember. It's just like
ridiculous. To be fair, it's all part of like the same thing too.
Hey, somebody in the chat said, ask Keem his take on critical race theory. Well, Google and Twitter and Facebook have all made public stances that they're against conspiracy theories, so I am also against conspiracy theories.
Then why do you believe in aliens?
That's not a conspiracy theory. That's
Yeah,
a
the U.S.
cryptic
government
fact.
like flat out confirms they have no fucking idea what UFOs are.
Yeah, I know.
Aliens are real. That is like unironically the fucking like most surreal thing is that like the US government has like actual current Air Force personnel saying, yeah, so this thing moves like in a way that should be physically impossible. We have no fucking idea what it is. We have no idea where it comes from. No idea where it's going. So you guys know as much as we do now.
Yeah.
And no one
It's
just bats an eye.
it's crazy how long they've kept that like a secret or tried to like stigmatize it as a conspiracy theory for so long, because they've had that info for like what, half, like 50 years, 60 years longer. I don't know.
You know, I had a theory when I was younger, when I was like a little kid or whatever, that UFOs might be some type of like projection from the ground. Somebody's making that projection up in the sky. Because think about it, you know, UFOs move so fast. If you were to like, you were on the ground and let's say it was a laser pointer of some sort that could make like a projection of a UFO in the sky, and you move your hand from left to right, the time that goes all the way up in the sky, how fast is that going to move? That's gonna be lightning fast, right? So maybe something on the ground is making that projection. Here's the problem with that though. These things are popping up on fucking radar. You know, it's like a physical thing that's in the sky. Like, so
Yeah.
I used to have this theory about like ghosts, because I don't really believe in ghosts or anything like that. But I used to think, what if ghosts were just aliens that I don't know, interacted with humans, and they know that humans are superstitious, so like they'll automatically assume it's a ghost. So it's like that's how they interact with humans. Maybe, I don't know.
You guys familiar with Skinwalker Ranch?
Yes.
No, what's that?
So there's this ranch, I believe it's in Utah. Maybe I got the state wrong. I don't know. There's this ranch where all this weird stuff is happening on it, like UFOs, like ghostly figures, just all kinds, like every different phenomena you can think of is happening on the Skinwalker Ranch stuff. You know, electronics failed, weird radiation levels, cow mutilations, like just anything and everything is happening on this ranch. Now, at first glance, when I'm telling you this, you're saying to yourself, bullshit. But there's like video proof of this nonstop. There's so much evidence and so much proof that the US government for a while bought this ranch and hired this billionaire, this Bigelow guy, to do all these experiments. And then they couldn't get anywhere with it. So then they sold it to new owners. And now there's a whole TV show on it. It's on the History Channel. I actually am quite friends with the producer of the show, who's actually one of my neighbors. And I sat down and talked to him and I said, look, man, how much of this is fake? And he goes, everything is real. And literally everything is real. I go, look, off record. He goes, everything is real. We don't understand what the hell is happening. And if you watch the show, I mean, there's UFOs floating around in the sky when they're firing off. They were firing off, you know, rockets, you know, model rockets up in the sky. And when they do that, it disturbs them or whatever in the sky, and you'll see UFOs in the fucking sky. There's a couple of houses there that are on the ranch that are like no one lives in them. They were there from like the early 1900s or whatever. And they'd see this, it's called a skinwalker. You'd have to Google to look it up, but it's like a wolf type creature. People are seeing these things left and right. It's like the insanity. Radiation levels just popping up out of nowhere, which makes no sense. They can't find the source of it. You know, it just it makes no sense. It's almost like at this one point at Skinwalker Ranch, there is some type of portal to another dimension. Now, they talk about these other dimensions and stuff that's happening that we can't see and we can't recognize. But if you were able to slip through these dimensions, you'd be able to see an entire world. I think maybe that's where UFOs and aliens are. Maybe they're in a completely separate dimension, and they're here. They're always here. These creatures are always here. They're all around us. And that's when you bring up the stuff about ghosts, like when people are seeing ghosts, well, they're seeing like something slipping through that dimension a little bit, you know, a glimpse of it. And hey, maybe these UFOs and these skinwalkers and these ghosts or whatever in the other dimension, maybe we are ghosts to them, that they keep seeing figures of us
appearing in their dimension, like it's glitching. So, if you really think about this, and, many people think that this entire world, our existence is just a video game, right? It's a simulation. Maybe you're dealing with two simulations are going on at the same time with different creatures, and those would be dimensions, obviously, our dimension and their dimension in these simulations, and the game is mixing, right? Like the servers are next to each other, and whoever's in control of this has spilled a coffee on the servers, and the wires are
Wow.
crossing, and that's how we're seeing these. I don't know.
That sounds cool as fuck.
Maybe. That'd be cool. That's cool to think about.
Yeah.
It's cool that there's so many unknowns still. Like, we've discovered so much about the Earth, but even like we haven't even been to the bottom of some oceans. We have this paranormal type
Yeah.
stuff. We have, space
Think-
travel or whatever. There's so much more to discover eventually.
But really think about this, all right? Think about this. The amount of energy, all right, that has went into YouTubers talking about the dislike button being removed off of YouTube. Think of all those people talking about it. Think of all those tweets, all the viewers listening and clicking on those videos to hear about the complaints of the dislike video or the dislike button being gone on YouTube. Imagine if you applied that same energy to the Pentagon is confirming these are unidentified flying. You know what I mean?
No,
Yeah.
how do people not care about this? The dislike button isn't going to change our lives forever, like UFOs and aliens. Like, why as humans, right, are we so focused on these minute details of our life, like a dislike button, compared to otherworldly beings?
We need to juice up the UFOs with clout. We need Jake Paul to start
What do you guys think
singing
of the
about
Mandela
fucking
effect?
UFOs, dude.
Got one more story, all right, before we get into the Mandela effect. But so there is the country of Israel, right? The head guy for defense over in Israel, he retires, and he comes out with in an interview saying that aliens are here, U.S. government knows about them, are working with the aliens, and they're a part of the Galactic Federation. It's a bunch of different alien species and humans all in this federation to protect our world and their worlds versus bad aliens. All right, this guy says this. All right, this is not some fucking random guy in the military. This is the top guy, the top general defense of Israel that came out with this claim. So you know what? I started doing some research on the Galactic Federation, all right? And I start looking it up because, people, they fill in the Freedom of Information Act, right? They file these paperworks, and the government has to go ahead and release a bunch of files, right? So I'm looking for this on the NSA website, and sure enough, I find a reference to it. Now, do you know what
the fuck is it called? What is it called when you are you have an out of body experience? You're a remote viewing. It's called remote viewing. The remote viewing is a real thing, right? It's where you sit there and you meditate and you try to leave your own body, right, through imagination or whatever, and you travel to go see whatever. You can go up in the universe, you can go to other planets, you can go in your neighbor's house, whatever. It's called remote viewing, right? And there's people that are really good at this. And in fact, during the Cold War, the United States had a bunch of people that would do remote viewing to spy on Russia. And Russia had a bunch of people that would do remote viewing to spy on the United States. I mean, you're literally talking about a group of people sitting in a room meditating and trying to leave their body through their imagination to go spy on the enemy. This is a real freaking thing. And these government papers have come out, right? Because I'm looking for Galactic Federation, where one of our US remote viewers went and spied on the Galactic Federation headquarters
through through remote viewing, right? And they had a drawing of what it looked like, and there was a table and there was an altar and it was in a pyramid and all this other stuff, right? So I find this fucking document on this page and I take a screenshot of it, right? NSA then removes that right after this story came out. They completely removed it within like 48 hours off the website, and they classified it, but I still have a copy of it.
Damn.
Wow.
Have you guys heard of those pilots apparently pilots in wars, they start seeing like optical illusions of like gremlins.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't heard that.
Yeah. Let me see if I can. Yeah, the Gremlins of Aviation. Basically, I guess enough pilots have reported seeing gremlins while they're like up in the air, and some people think they're real. I don't know. Let me see.
Looking it up right now.
While they're flying, they see gremlins.
Yeah.
No, it's they sabotage aircrafts. Origin is the Royal Air Force.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's like a pretty common occurrence for, or at least it used to be, for pilots to see gremlins.
All right. Well, I'm gonna head off. Good night, Stardust. Good night, Keem. Good night, Bowblax. Good night,
night,
all
Flamenco.
of chat. You guys have a good night.
Flamenco.
Peace out.
Thanks.
Oh,
Have
and
a
bye
good one.
night, Edwin. Sorry.
Fuck
I didn't
Edwin,
see you
man.
there.
Yeah,
Right,
thanks,
night.
alright.
Here you go. I'm putting it in the chat right now. That's the former Israel space security chief.
And Trump knows about it. Dude,
That's-
if only Trump's Twitter wasn't suspended, he could tweet about
That's
it.
NBC News, people. That's NBC News. All right, and now I'm going to show you the NSA papers. You can find them. I don't have them on this computer, but I have another way to find them.
Oh, I think I did see this when it came out.
Where to find it?
I wonder if gremlins are aliens.
Oh my God, they deleted the tweets! They deleted the tweets. How else could I get it? And they're really trying to hide this Galactic Federation stuff.
Yeah, it's categorized under weird news.
I know how to find it. Just gotta find those DMs.
Dude, you gotta expose the Galactic Federation on Drama Alert, dude. Then everyone will know.
No, I do that. They'll probably kill me.
What's the Candace situation? What is that?
Candace.
People are asking about all sorts of stuff. Havana syndrome. God damn it. Really? Really? Candace dick fit in your mouth. Wow. Wow. I hate chat.
Holy shit.
I hate it. I hate you, chat. I hate
got him.
everybody.
You got
I hate
her.
everybody.
You got her.
I hate
Congrats,
it.
chat. You got her.
I hate it.
Finally. You did it.
Fuck you
found
guys.
out.
Okay, no.
happened?
9001, please. Somebody asked me, Ask him about the Candace situation. So I said, what is the Candace situation? They said, can this dick fit in your mouth? Fun stuff. And now the waterboarding. Thanks, guys. Really
Dude,
love
why
it.
was I saying NSA? I meant CIA.
Can this dick fit in here?
You get it, Edwin?
Can't
I
believe
have
that
put-
one got you.
Whoa.
Have you
Put
heard
it
of
in the chat.
SAGCON?
Have I heard of what?
Never mind.
Edwin? Edwin was trying to do another one. I think he asked, "Have you heard of SOCON?" But that's a.
I've already heard that
classic.
one. They've already done
Yeah,
that
that
one.
one's used. Yeah. Wait, did
I-
you fall for that one?
No.
What is it? I don't. I've
I
never
did.
heard of it. That's
Maybe.
why I don't know.
I fell for. I fell for it. I
is
fell
it?
for it too. Don't worry.
What is?
SOCON. So
What is it?
annoying,
What is
dude.
SAGCON? What is it?
Okay,
Saw
Edwin.
con.
What is SAGCON?
Talk on these nuts.
What? Oh my god. Wait, but
Stardust,
I think
ask
I've seen
Keem
that
if he's gonna
NSA.
buy the Israel former space chief tell-all book about the aliens. Is there such thing?
Is he making a book?
I guess.
I'm sorry, what was the thing?
If you're gonna buy the book by the Israel former space chief, it's apparently
Oh,
a
absolutely,
tell-all.
100%. 100%.
Hmm.
You know, I'm just waiting for a English translation. When I tried to buy it when it was first announced, there was an English translation. There probably is one by now. The problem is even the name was in Hebrew, so I didn't even know what the translation is. But now that I do have, looking for it right now. Is it available?
I hate my chat. I really hate them. I hate them so much.
Universe Beyond Horizon. That's the name of the book. Oh, it's out, but it's there's not an English. I can buy it, but it's not in English.
Fuck.
I need an English translation. Look, here's the book. Find me this book, English translation. It has to exist. Come on. Has to.
Dude, time to learn Hebrew.
Yeah. Why does this look like a shady website?
It's
Wait, so every website in Hebrew is shady?
No,
Yeah.
it's not like that.
Oh,
No,
okay.
oh
Wow.
man. God
Wow.
damn it. God damn it. God damn
No
it.
wonder you have contrarian opinions on Twitch.
No, it's not like that. It's not like that.
that.
It's just an Israelite website. It's nice. Maybe Trump's force isn't such a pie in the sky concept.
I already got in trouble with Augie's question. I can't have any more. You know Augie's question? His
What is the Augie question?
You guys haven't heard it?
Oh, wait, is that the tits, the ass of the black people?
Yeah.
Well, you picked the right one. So
Yeah.
God damn.
Why would you get in trouble if you picked the right one?
No, I got in trouble for asking that on a panel.
Wait. How was that?
Wait, you asked that on a panel?
Yeah.
How do you get in trouble?
Well, because
You know
okay,
what?
it hadn't started yet, and I thought, okay, I'll lighten the mood, I'll tell a joke, or I'll do something funny. So let me rip Augie's joke. And so I asked them, tits, ass, or black people, and a couple of them thought it was funny, but this one person there, the whitest person there,
Of course.
obviously, yeah,
Of course.
said, "What is that question? Maybe we should wait for some black people to be in this call before we ask that
Oh.
question." I'm like, okay.
You should change it from now on. You shouldn't say an Indian.
You should
person.
say Indian people.
Yeah, from now on, I'm going to say
Yeah.
Indian people.
You
They'll
can even
give you
say-
the
or-
automatic pass.
You
Yeah.
could even say tits, ass or a beaner. You could even say
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Whoa, yeah, whoa. That'll be a little.
Oh, what?
Calm down,
Something against
Edwin.
Mexicans?
No, we're talking about Twitch here. We're talking about Twitch streamers here.
Oh, Twitch is something against Mexicans?
No, dude.
That's probably slur territory, Edwin.
Edwin, how did
Oh.
you become so lefty to just becoming like alt-right? I just don't
I was
understand.
never. I
You've
do
like
not align with.
completely grifted, dude.
I do not align to any politics. I voted for Trump all 4 terms.
Did you
Thank you for the
You
gifted
voted
subs,
for Trump
Sonia.
all terms?
You don't vote for Trump that many things. I voted for Obama. Just like Team did.
Wow.
Wait.
Thank you for the gifted
I've-
subs, Sonia. That's so kind of you.
I voted for Obama and I voted for Trump.
Hell yeah.
That's progressive right there. That's progression.
Okay, let me explain why. All right. So, people on the right, when they hear that I voted for Obama, they get all mad at me. Okay. Do you know who my option was? It was either Obama or John McCain. Okay. So I'm not voting for John McCain. John McCain is taking us to war somewhere. All right. You gotta understand. All right. I graduated high school. A couple months later, 9/11 happened. All my friends, everybody I went to school with that joined the military, that was like, we're not going to be in any wars, they went to war, right? So it was a headache, you know. People that I knew that were young died, you know, or got seriously injured. You know, one of my really good friends, like, he's got stomach problems. So, you know, it's a whole fucking thing. Look, I
Yeah.
don't want to go into too many details. But at the end of the day, war was bullshit. Everybody knows it now, but they weren't saying that then. Only us young people knew the war was bullshit. You know, everyone after 9/11, all these fucking boomers just wanted to kill people. They just wanted to go to war. All right. When we got done with George Bush, we had an option between McCain and Obama. You want Obama. You want Obama. You don't want fucking John McCain. John McCain will be like, you know who else had weapons of mass destruction? Russia. You know, that's John McCain. No. You vote for Obama. Now, Obama wins a Nobel Peace Prize because he's supposed to end the war. He doesn't really end the war, but he doesn't really put the troops in danger as much as McCain would have. All right. He starts sending those drones out and stuff. And hey, look, did catch Osama bin Laden. So, you know, people have problems with Obama. I don't. I think he was the best option at the time. And we have another option between Hillary Clinton and Trump. What? If we would have voted for Hillary Clinton, we would have been at war. We would have been at war. We would have been at war with someone. All right. That was going to happen. All right.
I don't think war is. I mean, I think it really depends. You know, we can't maintain like an isolationist policy, right? It's just not. It's not good. Too much of the world. We're basically in contracts with like 60 plus countries to provide some form of defense for them. So we are obligated in some sense to defend people and participate in wars, as that's like one of the biggest things we do internationally. But I definitely see your hesitation with more war hungry politicians.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
You're 30. So, you know, a bunch of people that, you know, signed up for the war or whatever, you know, they knew they were going to war. People in your age group, right? The war was already happening.
Yeah.
Your people turned 18. So it's just kind of accepted. But war's bullshit. You know, we go into debt. The country goes into debt. You know who pays for the war? I do. Taxes pay for the fucking war. Or taxes pay for the war. Everybody pays for the war. So when you say, you know, we have these deals with the continent and it's part of the fucking thing, okay, fine. That makes us safer having these deals with everyone. You know, we got to take bad guys out from time to time to protect everyone, protect other countries that we have deals in and ourselves.
But this was pointless, dumb shit. This was pointless. This was dumb. It was costing like $1 billion a day for this war. What did we get from it? What was the benefit? What did we get out of the war?
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty clear that. Yeah, it is pretty clear that we didn't really get, or at least we didn't.
It was a giant L.
Yeah.
It was a giant L. It
It
was
was.
a giant L.
You're right.
It was
You're
a
right.
giant
It
L.
is.
So because I'm coming off a giant L, I'm not voting for anybody that wants to go into a new war. No one. Right?
Yeah.
If Russia goes and decides that they're going to take over England, fine. We got it. We're obviously going to defend England, right? Or if China wants to go take, I don't know, some other South Korea, right? we have to go to war. I get that. I understand that. But I had 20 years of the stupidest fucking war ever. That was the biggest L, and it was Vietnam #2. I'm not voting for anyone that wants to go to war. I don't care. I don't care. Nobody can tell me a goddamn thing about that or defend that in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And it made America look weak. Especially what Biden did at the end. It made us look weak. These guys over in Afghanistan didn't stand a chance against us. But we still lost. We didn't lose. We lost. We lost money. We lost time. We left. The only way it would have been worth it is if we would have took over Afghanistan and turned it into a state. Right?
Yeah.
So, back then you'd have wars and what you were fighting for was now your property.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what we were there to do. We're there to make allies, right? Make a new country of allies. Well, guess what? That whole government that was set up is gone. It doesn't exist anymore. That government is gone. The bad guys that we're fighting now has the government. The entire thing was pointless.
Yeah, I mean, we should have learned from the wars that happened there before, right? There's never really been any success in that area for any country that's gone in there. I definitely see your point there. And in the withdrawal, I think that we did the withdrawal as, I don't know. I don't know that there's anything more we could have done with the withdrawal. I think it was just a shitty situation all around.
Well, I'm glad Trump was president then. Never thought to say it, but at least we didn't go to war. So
Trump was a funny president. He said shit on Twitter that was funny, so worth.
He said stuff that's fun. I don't know that
Biden's boring.
I don't mind a boring president, honestly. I really don't.
it is kind of a nice change of pace, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean,
Nah.
what
I
has
want the
Biden
president
said
that
the past-
will entertain me the best on Twitter. That's how.
Has Biden
I
said
would vote.
anything in the past few months? Is he like on a respiratory thing? Is he talking? Is he okay?
No, he's fine. He's perfectly healthy. He had a colonoscopy recently. But other than that,
Oh,
yeah.
for what? Isn't he
I don't know. There's probably
75?
something up his ass. Like, what do you mean?
You hit a
Edwin?
certain
He's
you hit a
79
certain
years old.
age.
Holy shit.
Wait a minute. You hit a certain age, and as a man, you get those
Yeah,
every
79
you
years
know.
old. What the fuck is a 79-year-old man doing ruling a country?
Hey, why?
Okay,
Why?
Trump was only a
why are
few
all
years
these-
younger. Trump was only a few years younger. He wasn't that much younger.
But I don't understand because you're a lefty, right?
I'm
what
not
I
a
don't
lefty. I'm a
understand-
liberal, but I'm left-leaning liberal. Yeah, yeah.
What I don't understand is why are all of your people like cramming vaccinations down everyone's throats?
I mean, in the long run, I think people really did think that maybe we can maybe we can prevent more strains from happening, and you know, and I don't know, prevent more illnesses, right? And I think
Great.
that
Who made the vaccination? Who was the president that made that happen at lightning speed?
I mean, if you want me to say
Because I
Trump,
remember you
yeah.
guys all saying no. It was the left that said if Trump speeds this vaccination up, if he speeds it up and gets it through, we're not taking that. We don't trust him. Don't trust Trump. And now it's like a 180 because it makes no sense.
I know what you're
It doesn't
referring
make-
to. There were a lot of politicians who said that oh, we have to be careful when we take this vaccine. But in all honesty, like a lot of the stuff that they blazed through, it was just red tape. So I don't think yeah, I don't think they should have been doing
Oh,
that.
to the
If there's a
people- to the
vaccine
people-
coming out, then people should have been encouraging that vaccine. Doesn't matter what president, right?
Oh, to the
So-
people in the chat that are, saying that there's nothing wrong with vaccinations. I'm vaccinated, by the way. I'm vaccinated, but I don't think government should have any right in telling anyone that it's mandatory to get any type of medical procedure ever. I think, we have a Bill of Rights and we're free people, and that's not for the government to say.
Yeah, it's getting so restrictive. Like every you can't go to a restaurant in Canada, or at least in my area, without a vaccination pass. You can't fucking travel anywhere without all that shit. It's just you need to be vaccinated and you need to be tested 3 days before, specifically with PCR, to travel out through the Canadian border, which costs like $200 for a rapid test, by the way, which I've had to pay multiple times
I think it's
for
fair
that specifically.
for private or even public, schools and businesses to require vaccinations. I really do think it's fair because you want to protect your workers. You want to protect other customers that come there, or other students that come there, right? And there are people who have compromised immune systems. So you do want to make sure that your place, your business, or whatever school you're running is a place where those people can be.
Should we be worried about this new variant?
Well, that's my next point.
Right.
That's my
The
next
new
point.
variant is they have shown, or they've done some testing. I believe that the current vaccinations still have some effectiveness against that, but I think they're coming out with a pill
Edwin,
pretty soon.
it has
so.
30. Edwin, it has 30 mutations. 30 mutations. That's an insane amount of mutations to still survive and thrive. They have
Are
no
the
idea
masks
what this.
going away?
They have no idea what this thing is going to do. They have no idea. And look, here's at the end of the day, this is what people need to understand, right? This thing is going to keep mutating and mutating and mutating and mutating,
Yep.
like the flu, right? And the experts have said we're gonna COVID's here forever, right? So if COVID is here forever, why are there lockdowns? Why are there masks? Like, it's here forever. Like,
I think
what
right
is the
now.
point?
So the reason why there are lockdowns and masks right now, and I actually fully support masking. I think the flu has virtually it's almost gone away because of masking. But I think right now we're only with the early stages of mutations, right? When it mutates enough that it's not as deadly, I think that we can definitely lift more lockdowns, right?
Do you know how much the mask? Do you know how much the mask helps? It's like 10%.
I mean, something is better than nothing, I guess, but
But it only helps out 10%.
I'd have to look that up. I have to look that up, but
Well, let's look it up because you're in favor of masks. You should know.
We're gonna get a little tag on your Twitch show that says this stream is talking about COVID. Does that happen on Twitch?
not really, no.
Like the Instagram shit. Ah, that's just because I remember there was a variant in Argentina some months ago, and now there's another one. And there's gonna keep going, so we just have to get used to this, and we have to figure out some other shit.
See, I'm looking. Okay, so let me see. I'm looking at the journal for, I think it's the Journal of American Medicine. And they're
We're talking about cloth masks, just to be sure, right? We're
Cloth-
we're not talking about the N95 and K95. We're
Let me
not
see.
talking about that stuff.
Let me check. Let me
'Cause
check.
We know that's effective. We're talking about the mask that they make you wear in stores. You
The
know?
efficacy of community mask wearing to reduce the spread of respiratory infections.
What's the date on that? I want the newest date. What's the date on
Newest
that?
date. This is
I don't want.
February 10th, 2021.
Okay, I
And
don't want propaganda from the early in the pandemic because all we heard was lies. We were lied to nonstop early in the pandemic. I don't want any bullshit from that time frame. I want new stuff.
let me see.
There was just a study done, a couple studies done. Yeah, I mean, we were lied to nonstop about this pandemic stuff. Remember when they
Somebody in chat says 10% effective at stopping you catching it and like 80% at stopping you spreading it. But I would still, I don't know. I would take my chances with that. 10% is pretty large in my head. But let me see.
I typically do wear the one that's not just cloth, though.
Okay, yeah, that's the one they always give out here. Like, I haven't seen like anyone use cloth here.
Just to be fair, Stardust,
and
everyone that supports mask, all right, COVID is here forever, so we're wearing mask forever. That's okay.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
You have to
wear
mask
I actually am okay with that.
Mask forever.
Yeah, I'm fine
No,
with that.
I mean,
I don't like. I've never liked germs, dude.
no.
I've never liked germs. I hate it. Like I hated the winter because there'd always be some. Back when I was in school, there'd always be some kid sitting behind me coughing his lungs out, not covering his fucking mouth. Right? I always hated it.
I don't think masks should be mandatory forever in certain places to wear.
But it's not going away. This thing is not going away. It's mutating and it's not going to disappear. It's not going to disappear. So we're wearing masks forever. When you're saying I support masks, you're saying I support wearing masks forever. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, sure.
Forever.
Yeah.
Your entire life. When you're 95 years old and you get on a plane, you're still wearing a mask. This is not disappearing.
You're supporting tyranny.
I mean, look, if I get vaccinated, and you know, a lot of the times when you get vaccinated, if there's like a high vaccination rate, they will lift some of the restrictions, right? And some of that will be masks. But since we have a new variant coming and we don't know everything about it yet, I think it's fair that we start masking.
Variants there are?
A lot. Yeah, there's going to be a lot.
Like 10. There's like 10 known ones. Well, not known ones, 10 that they're concerned about.
I'm not against masks. I don't care if I have to wear them all day. Like if doctors wear them all day, I can wear them all day.
Somebody in the chat said, Keem, have you been in Asia? People wear masks all the time. Yeah, I don't want to wear masks all the time. I really don't.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't. Look, dude, I get it. You know, part of it is like, hey, you might spread it to other people. I get it. Like, you know, I would feel guilty if I, you know, gave someone else the disease and they got sick or whatever. I get it. I have empathy. I do. Man, I don't want to wear masks for as long as I live. I don't want to. And I'm not okay with it. Like, dude, we have all this technology. Kill this goddamn thing. I don't want this around forever. And you know what else pisses me off? Dude, our own intelligence is saying this came from a lab. Like somebody did this to us. Some humans.
I think they're still looking into it, right? Are they still looking
into it? My ass. You know what's
watched
fucked
South
up?
Park episode.
Looking
it came
into
from
my
a fucking
ass.
pangolin.
No, it didn't. This is bullshit. There's a guy on YouTube that had a whole YouTube video. It's still up on YouTube. And this is early in the pandemic. Just a normal YouTuber like me, you know, Nick or whoever that does like research and news type stuff. And he went and he found the lab and he saw that, you know, it was archived and stuff. People were disappearing that worked from the lab, just disappeared. These people died. They discovered a new coronavirus that he had all the stuff on it. I'm explaining it poorly because I haven't seen this video in a while.
Well, I remember. I
You
remember
sound like a
those-
conspiracy theorist right
No,
now.
but
I do remember
there
this
was,
video existed.
No, this
there
video
was-
exists.
I
and
think I've
I'll-
watched it.
I'll
there was
find
a
it.
woman doctor or some doctor that worked in the lab, and all of a sudden they died like after tweeting or talking
Oh,
about.
I swear to
it in the
God.
press.
Listen, everybody, hear me out right now. Okay, when you see this video, you're like, oh my God, this guy cracked
This
the code.
happened,
And
guys.
this is
I
early
remember
in the
too.
pandemic. And while this random guy, just a normal YouTuber, a normal kid, right? We'll show you the video. I'll link you the video once I
Chat's
find it,
asking
right?
for sources. Yeah.
Listen to this. The entire mainstream media, all of Twitter, Google, like Facebook, they would ban you, right? They would shadow ban you if you suggested that coronavirus came from a lab at this time. Everyone, the people in power, the people you trust, the media, the fucking social media sites, everybody was feeding you a lie that if you somehow suggested this came from a lab or something, you were racist and you need to be shut down for spreading misinformation. A fucking kid in his dorm room got the real story before all these entities. It's insane. It's
But do you
insane that
really-
we're being lied to like this.
But do you really trust
intelligence?
Do you really
trust
trust a
what?
kid in their dorm room over like
Yes,
a bunch
because
of professionals?
our intelligence community came out and confirmed it.
Okay, let me see.
Yes, they did.
I know that they're looking into it. That's what I heard last from the government, but let me see.
Dr. Li Wenliang.
I mean, when you just think about it, it just makes sense. Like, what are the chances that one person out of the billions of people in the world created this and spread it versus it naturally occurring? Like, I think the chances of a human making it are higher.
They never found one animal. Found one animal.
So what I did hear, and I remember I was listening to a report on this, but what is very likely is that when people, so the Wuhan lab, when people would go and get samples from bat caves, they wouldn't wear the proper gear, right? They wouldn't wear protective gear. And one of the theories was that because they didn't wear that protective gear, that there may have been a lab leak, but it wasn't man-made per se. It was just,
dude, you're being lied to nonstop, bro. You need to look more into this. So I gotta find this original video.
okay.
Lex,
I have
find me this original video.
I have the Wikipedia pulled up here.
Fuck Wikipedia. That's some random kid fucking typing that in.
Bro, dude, you're bringing up YouTube videos. Like, wait.
I can actually, hey, I can see the guy in the YouTube video that's telling me the story. I can't see the random dude on 4chan that typed this BS into Wikipedia.
Okay. All right. Link the guy we will watch.
Oh my God, I bet you this video is hidden.
Handsome
Bowblax,
Phyllis.
can you please help me try to find this video? I know how to do it. Thank God for Twitter, because I tweeted out the video. How do I find it?
Wikipedia cites its sources.
We could like Twitter advanced search like the
I
general
hope this
time
video
frame
cites
that
their
you were,
sources.
that you linked it.
It's gonna take me a minute to find it. Please, let's multitask. Stardust, could you look up what our intelligence company or intelligence community said about the origins of COVID? Because this is about 5 months ago when this broke.
Yeah, so that's why I had this pulled up. In August 2021, the U.S. intelligence community released a 2-page declassified summary of its probe into the origins of SARS-CoV-2. The probe assessed that the Chinese government did not have foreknowledge of the outbreak. Overall, it determined that both natural exposure to an infected animal and a laboratory-associated incident were plausible causes, but did not conclusively favor one scenario over the other. Of the 8 assembled teams, 1 leaned towards a lab leak explanation with moderate confidence. 4 others and the National Intelligence Council leaned towards animal origins with low confidence. And 3 were unable to reach a conclusion.
Okay, pull up this tweet.
Did you see Jon
Most
Stewart?
scientists have remained skeptical of the data. Most scientists have remained skeptical of the idea, citing a lack of supporting evidence and believing that a natural origin is much more likely. Some scientists agree that the possibility of a lab leak should be examined as part of the ongoing investigations into the origin of COVID-19, though they have expressed concerns about the risks of politicization. I'll pull this up. Remember in 2020, if you said that COVID-19 came from a lab, social media sites would remove your post or shadow ban you because they were spreading conspiracy theories. But it was 100% okay to say COVID came from animals. This is why they got to stop making everything political. Wall Street Journal. 3 Wuhan Institute of Virology researchers became sick enough in November 2019 that they sought hospital care, according to a U.S. intelligence report that could add to calls for a fuller probe of whether the COVID-19 virus may have escaped from the lab.
How come that important
That's
key
what I was
wasn't in the
talking about.
Wikipedia? How come that wasn't in the Wikipedia, Stardust?
Where is? Do you have like an actual link to this article from Wall Street Journal?
Start looking it up, like Google 3 Wuhan Institute viral researchers, and it should come right up.
That's the doctor that I was talking about. He was literally silenced by the police in China because he was trying to warn people. Yo, we got a fucking virus back in December 2019. They killed him.
Yeah, that was the doctor.
Researchers became sick. Yeah. Researchers
Yeah.
became sick.
This is a fucking planned virus. They wanted to Thanos snap everybody, but this is the best way they could do it.
Okay, please.
Wait, did you see the Jon Stewart video where he talks about the virus? I think he would like that.
Report says researchers went to hospital in November 2019, shortly before confirmed outbreak. Adds to calls for Okay, all right, fair enough. Oh man, paywalled hard. Let's see. Details of the reporting go beyond a State Department fact sheet issued during the final days of the Trump administration, which said that several researchers at the lab became sick in autumn 2019. Okay. I mean, if it is like a lab thing, a lot of people even, I don't know, they still think that it may have to do with researchers going out to bat caves and taking samples and stuff like that.
No, Jon Stewart will say what Keem is saying, but in a funny way.
Oh, you're saying the same thing I said.
What do you mean?
Stardust or me?
You said researchers.
So when I was saying earlier, researchers from the lab would go out to bat caves and get samples, and they wouldn't wear the protective gear, and as a result, some people think that it may have been a lab leak, but that it wasn't necessarily man-made, that it was still a naturally occurring virus. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Because that seems very likely to me. That seems very likely.
What do we think about Jon Stewart?
Yeah, I don't think it was a man-made virus. I think it was more likely if it is a lab leak, which I think it's a fair enough thing for us to research, right? I think it's probably more likely.
No. Listen, this is what they do. They find the new COVID strain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then in the lab, they make it acceptable to humans. They're playing around with it so it can be acceptable to humans, right? They're changing mutations or whatever. Then a bunch of them get sick.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of them die.
Huh.
I gotta find this original video. Bowblax, what are you doing?
What am I doing?
Let me find this goddamn video.
All right. You said you tweeted it out?
I tweeted it out, or I remember I said something like, I've seen this video about the origin, and then someone responded to it, but I can't find anything.
If you can remember the time frame that you tweeted it, and then maybe some of the words you might have said in the tweet, You could like a Twitter advanced search it pretty easily.
Found it.
Looking lab.
Wait, you found it?
Yeah, I just posted in chat.
Oh, yeah, is it this? Yeah, it's this one. I think it's this one, Keem.
You see.
Edwin just
Found the
posted
source.
it.
Yes. This is the video.
Yeah,
This-
yeah.
Okay.
I remember
okay.
this.
Okay. Can we watch this on stream, please?
Yeah,
It's
sure.
10 minutes.
It's 10 minutes long. And look,
What about Jon Stewart?
it's uploaded April 1st, which I know is April Fool's Day, 2020. I'm telling you, watch this
Okay.
video.
Okay, give me a second here.
Imagine if he just says April Fools at the end and Keem didn't watch that last year and he like skipped that part.
Oh, I would feel so stupid. I'd have to take a. No.
I hope that's the case now. I don't think it is though, but because I would have been tricked too. Because I remember watching this video. I remember this exact B-roll that he used. So.
All right, tell me when you're starting it so we can start it at the same time.
I did screen share in Discord.
Okay, bet.
Yeah.
A better job of hiding information if they're going to keep changing. The Chinese government really needs to do a better job of hiding information if they're going to keep changing their story and blaming the coronavirus on other countries like Italy or the USA or Japan or whatever. While I'm not a fan of theories or unproven scenarios, it's been impossible to avoid them in the outbreak of the coronavirus, simply due to the fact that it was completely covered up in the beginning stages in China. This isn't really going to be a theory, it's just public information I found. When it broke, China was the first to jump onto the local Wuhan and Hubei government and villainize them until they had their perfect scapegoat. This was, of course, preceded with the fact that we now know it wasn't just a local issue, it was in fact the way that the Chinese government was structured that led the top-down leadership to stifle and prevent the release of any relevant information for months, which could have prevented this global pandemic. First and foremost, this is the Communist Party of China's fault. And the fact that there are
Pause for
people
2
gasping
seconds.
for breath in their deathbed.
I just want to point out real quick, because I know a lot of people are saying this is April Fool's joke. He has sources in the description. That's all. But go ahead.
I mean, I think so far it's won everybody over. This is pretty legit.
Let's see. Links for proof. Okay.
And there's no dislikes. You gotta. That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
there's
There's
no
no
dislikes on the video, so.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, and I just checked this channel. This channel's all about like criticizing China. So like.
Oh,
typical
so
of them to
yeah,
make this
okay. So
video.
yes, they're completely unbiased. Okay.
Well, China is literally about hiding shit, right?
Wait until you see what this guy uncovers. It's been a while since I watched this video, but I swear to God, this guy
Wait,
cracked the code before anybody else, before anyone.
Okay,
Can I make a
sounds like we're being
disclaimer?
sarcastic.
Can I make a disclaimer? Let me just make a disclaimer. Twitch, please do not ban me, okay? The views that are said on this show are not necessarily a reflection of my views, so please do not ban me. Thank you.
Well, ironically, chat was thinking that there was too much trolling going around, but as soon as this video turned on, people were like, "Oh no, they're all about it. They think that this is good video." So
It is
I'm sure
stand-up
Twitch is
comedy.
good.
The tag is stand-up comedy, Twitch staff, please. Okay, anyway, sorry.
Oh.
In your town is solely on the consciences of the CCP and the people who entrusted them to enter our global systems like the WHO. The thing is, after living in China for 10 years and speaking fluent Chinese, you get to know a society pretty well. And let me tell you this, if you're applauding or admiring the political leadership of China, you're all deluded beyond belief. China doesn't operate like your country. The Chinese government is a face and greed-driven government that relies on lies and bullying to maintain leadership. It's broken and fragile, so it doesn't surprise me that when I was doing my research in my last video, it wasn't hard to follow a paper trail left by the CCP themselves. In my last video, I found it very suspicious that the official Wuhan Virology Lab had a job opening from November 18th of 2019, asking for scientists to come research the relationship between the coronavirus and bats, specifically why they carry the virus, yet are long-lived. It's no secret that longevity, as well as other ailments, are well studied in China, as can be seen by the ridiculous amounts of traditional Chinese medicines that supposedly treat them. Bear bile injections as state-endorsed coronavirus cure, anyone? Anyway, while reading this job posting, I failed to notice until the next day that another job posting followed the previous post, and this is where it got big. So when I examined the job posting, I noticed that there was actually a follow-up job posting on December 24th of 2019. And remember, this is before any news broke, which basically says, we've discovered a new and terrible virus and would like to recruit people to come deal with it. I found this interesting because, like I said, the news didn't come out about coronavirus until ages after that. So I decided to dig a little bit more into the staff. After all, they would have published articles being scientists. Turns out, this woman, Shizhang Li, she was the lead researcher of the lab, and she was famous for bat studies. They called her Batwoman in some circles. She even received an award for proving bats are natural reservoirs of SARS-like coronaviruses. In November 2017, all the way through 2018, she had already written 3 articles about how bats can transmit coronaviruses to humans. This is all public knowledge. She and her team went south to Yunnan province, all the way, deep south of China. It's very beautiful there. And she found out that SARS-like viruses originally came from bats, in fact. In 2017, from data taken from one of her studies in rural Yunnan province, she took blood samples from 218 villagers. After testing it, it showed that SARS-like viruses found in bats from nearby caves have a high potential to affect people. She predicted that humans coming into contact with bats would have a high chance of becoming infected. After blood testing the 218 villagers, she found that 6 people in Yunnan were found to be infected. She returned to Wuhan to the lab to continue studying SARS-like coronaviruses from bats for a long period of time. And this is why you can see the November 18th, 2019 job posting asking for more researchers to join the project. During this time, we don't know much, but the December 24th posting acknowledges that they've made a big discovery in human transmissibility and they need more help to deal with it. So that's where it got kind of spooky. During my research, a name kept popping up. Huang Yanling. Huang Yanling was a researcher in the lab working on the virology of bats with Shizhang Li, and she's missing. Most people believe her to be patient 0, and most people believe she's dead. Shizhang Li, the head lab leader, told the government that she swears on her life that she isn't dead, nor was she infected. However, all of her info on the Wuhan lab website, where I found the job posting, it's gone. So if you look here, if you go to the actual virology website, you can see all the people that were working here or were students. They all have their bios still up, whether or not they moved on from the Wuhan lab. But if you can see, Huang Yanling's profile is completely vanished. Her picture is gone, and now her bio is gone as well. But if you go to the other students, all their bios remain intact. No one has seen her, and the government has posted a notice instead of any information about her on the lab website, stating that there were rumors of her disappearance, but she's alive and well, without giving an ounce of proof, of course. Everyone on the Chinese internet is searching for her, but most believe that her body was quickly cremated, and the people working at the crematorium were perhaps infected, as they were not given any information about the virus. It was a secret after all. The thing is, this has sparked a massive discussion on the Chinese internet, and most of the articles get scrubbed pretty quickly, but I found a lot of good points. Now the thing is, the CCP put up this kind of notice saying that she's totally alive and everything's okay and don't believe these rumors. But if you've been in China, you know how much the CCP actually hates rumors. And if Huang Yanling is truly alive, like they claim, why is her photo and bio removed? The other associates and graduates remain on the website, even after moving to other positions at different labs or different universities. The first thing that the government would do, the CCP that I know at least, the first thing they would do to quash this rumor is to make her have a public appearance. Then people would stop talking about it. Yet people are still looking for her and can't find her. And I'm not talking about normal netizens, I'm talking about PhDs, I'm talking about scientists, I'm talking about professors. And this is where it kind of started to come together. On February 6, 2020, Xiao Buotao, he was a professor, he posted a thesis about details that he knew about, but he wasn't supposed to talk about. I see some kind of links to people like Li Wenliang who wanted to say something, but they couldn't. But Xiao Buotao, the professor, he posted the information anyway. He knew researchers at the lab that were infected, and they had already begun self-quarantine after they showed symptoms of being infected. And the majority of the researchers at the lab were already suspicious that this virus that they were coming down with was from bats. The professor directly pointed out that the main source of the virus is from the Wuhan lab, which is only 300 or actually 280 meters to be exact from the Huanan seafood market, where it was originally claimed to have originated. He also claims that it is not a natural infection, so not something that people would have just come across in nature.
Pause
he also
real
gives
quick.
a clear timeline and has information.
200 meters. All right. Lab is what? Like, is that a meter's 3 feet? Am I saying that wrong?
Let me translate.
How long is a meter?
Meter, 2 feet. Yeah, 1 meter is 3.2 feet.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So the lab is 3 football fields. All right. 3 football fields away from the food market. Remember, that was the mainstream theory, is that, well, not even a theory. They were saying it was fact. But like, at this food market, they had a bunch of live animals, and that's how it got out. But the lab is the lab is a couple of football fields away. Why couldn't people even theorize that it might have came from this lab? Like, why was that so shut down? Why were you getting banned on social media suggesting it came from this lab?
I think it's more the
so
fact.
Close.
I think it's more the man-made theory that was more problematic. I think people.
No. If you said it came from the lab, you were in trouble on social media. I was there. I lived it.
I was going to make this video.
Oh fuck. Where is it? Right. Sorry.
That researchers were splashed with urine and blood samples from all the bats that were collected. Not only that, he also knew exactly how many bats were collected in the lab. Now, pairing the researcher Huang Yanling's disappearance with the fact that people working in the lab claim to have been splashed with coronavirus-containing vials, and her online presence has been scrubbed from existence, all happening in a lab 280 meters away from the Huanan Seafood Market, where the lab in question had been studying bat-to-human transmissibility of coronaviruses, it's quite clear that the Chinese government needs to close its mouth and acknowledge that this in fact did come from Wuhan, Hubei, China. I did not get into any conspiracy theories. I'm not talking about bioweapons or biolabs or anything of the sort. This was all public information on the Chinese internet, published by researchers, scientists, and doctors. With the CCP's all-powerful control to hide everything it can, the truth usually still finds its way out. The Chinese government should cover their tracks better next time if you're going to blame this on Italy or the US or whatever is convenient to your narrative. The CCP's incompetence and clear understanding of the coronavirus and its danger on a scientific level, and then going on to silence those who wanted to warn the public and letting the virus spread for months, is the reason the entire world is infected with a deadly pandemic. The Chinese government must be held accountable. Please make sure that you're all self-quarantining if at all possible. Most things are available for delivery, so please don't go shopping unless absolutely necessary. Make sure you're wearing a mask and gloves if you do, and disinfecting anything that has come into contact with anything. It's our job to clean up this mess, and the only way is to be responsible and not come in contact with people. This will only further the spread and put unnecessary burden on the already overstretched medical staff in your country.
No, you hear that, Keem? You gotta
Thank
wear
you
a
to
mask.
everyone who is supporting me on Patreon. It's the only way I can do what I do right now.
I get
due to the
it.
demonetization
We're
of
stuck with these
everything
masks
coronavirus
forever.
related. It may dissuade
pretty
people
much
from
it.
talking about it,
Maybe
but the
a couple
world
more
needs to know the
vaccines.
truth. And
So,
covering
chat actually says that this video is debunked. Do you want to
What was
watch
debunked
that?
about it? I'd love to see it
Um,
debunked.
I don't know. I'm seeing some comments on this video. It says it aged well. You just
Well, the
Truth
video has no
teller.
dislikes, so how could it be
exactly. So I'm checking the
debunked?
comments.
Yeah. Okay.
I
This
am
video has no
so-
dislikes as well, so.
This video aged
I
like
am-
fine wine. 36 likes, no dislikes on that comment.
I am way more interested in knowing information than being right. So please let me see the debunked video.
Okay.
Video about the timeline of the coronavirus outbreak in China, and as part of that I tracked down an internet rumor that the virus started in a Wuhan lab. But that rumor has suddenly become front page news. So I'll cut the video short and just focus on that. I'll leave the rest for another day.
There is a growing belief that the COVID-19 virus originated in the Wuhan lab.
An intern was infected, who later infected her boyfriend, and then went to the wet market in Wuhan, where it began to spread.
So who is this female intern
Oh.
working in a Wuhan lab who got infected? Before all this blew up in the mainstream media, weeks ago I was already following it up. prompted by a post on the forum of my last video. They knew as early as October 18th, 2019 that this virus had leaked, and that's the day it leaked out of the Wuhan Level 4 biolab. Unfortunately, the poster didn't give a source, but other believers in the lab leak claim do.
For a start, a scholar from the South China University of Technology recently published a paper.
Actually, it wasn't so much a published paper as something he wrote and shared on a science forum. It was posted on 23 different websites around the world and then spread around the blogosphere. The author's name is Xiao Botao. But this commentator got his information from a video called I Found the Source of the Coronavirus by a YouTuber called LaoY86. And I tracked a lot of the Wuhan lab escape rumors back to the same video, which got over 2 million hits. Now, spoiler alert, LaoY86, real name Matthew Tai, hasn't actually found the source of the coronavirus. But he does outline a theory that's been bouncing around the Chinese blogosphere for weeks, and he gives a very comprehensive account of all the evidence. I'll pick out the bits of his video that give the gist of the story.
Xiao Botao, he was a professor, he posted a thesis. The professor directly pointed out that the main source of the virus is from the Wuhan lab, which is only 300, or actually 280 meters to be exact, from the Huanan seafood market. He also gives a clear timeline and has information that researchers were splashed with urine and blood samples from all the bats that were collected. People working in the lab claim to have been splashed with coronavirus-containing vials. Huang Yanling was a researcher in the lab working on the virology of bats with Shizheng Li, and she's missing. Most people believe her to be patient 0, and most people believe she's dead. And her online presence has been scrubbed from existence, all happening in a lab 280 meters away from the Huanan seafood market. The December 24th posting acknowledges that they've made a big discovery in human transmissibility, and they need more help to deal with it.
I hope you all followed that. If not, here's a summary of the theory. It all sounds very well researched and very convincing. But of course it needs to be fact-checked, and the way we do that is to ask two basic questions. What's the evidence, and what are the sources for this evidence? There are three main lines, starting with the aforementioned Xiao Botao.
He knew researchers at the lab that were infected.
Correction, he didn't know any researchers at the lab. This is where it pays to check by reading the source, Xiao Botao's internet post, which I'm showing you on the screen. He didn't even know the lab. He said he discovered the 2 labs in Wuhan, not one, by doing a search on the internet. One is the Wuhan Center for Disease Control and Prevention, just 280 meters from the Wuhan seafood market, where the virus was thought to have spread. The other is the Wuhan Institute of Virology, about 12 kilometers away.
The professor directly pointed out that the main source of the virus is from the Wuhan lab.
Okay, but which one?
Which is only 300, or actually 280 meters to be exact, from the Huanan seafood market.
So Matthew Tai is referring to the Wuhan Center for Disease Control and Prevention, which we'll call the Wuhan CDC. That's the one 280 meters from the Wuhan seafood market, and the one he shows on the map.
He also gives a clear timeline and has information that researchers were splashed with urine and blood samples from all the bats that were collected.
No, Xiao Botao says one researcher, with the initials JHT, was splashed with bat blood and urine on different occasions, while he was collecting samples in caves nowhere near the Wuhan CDC, which is the institute he worked for. The timeline is not clear, but as we'll see from Xiao Botao's 2017 source, this happened several years before the novel coronavirus outbreak.
And they had already begun self-quarantine after they showed symptoms of being infected.
No, again, there's no they. This was one person, far from the lab, and he showed no symptoms of being infected. All this is spelled out in Xiao Botao's post, which Matthew Tai is supposed to be quoting. But I hear you say, it says on Matthew Tai's screen that the researchers at the Wuhan virus laboratory were splashed with bat blood and urine. It says so right there. But what Matthew Tai's video is showing you on the screen, for some reason, is not Xiao Botao's post, but a translated report from Radio France Internationale. It comes from their Hong Kong correspondent, and as we'll see, it's ridiculously inaccurate.
The professor directly pointed out that the main source of the virus is from the Wuhan lab.
No, Xiao doesn't say that at all. He only says it's possible and plausible and probable. These are three different things, so take your pick. But nowhere does it say
Pause.
that the main source of the virus was the Wuhan.
Why don't the Chinese government just change this professor's post?
I'm sorry?
I mean, he's using this guy's post as a source, but couldn't they just change it?
You think the Chinese government changed this guy's blog post?
I'm
I can
saying,
see it.
couldn't they? I didn't say I think they did. I'm saying,
I
couldn't
mean,
they?
I guess they could, but
Well,
he's using the original post according to somebody in chat. Should I resume?
Holy shit! Wait, does that say 26 minutes total?
Oh yeah.
this is a long one.
Should I speed it up?
Yeah,
We can do
please.
two times. Yeah,
I
two
believe
times.
I believe the original guy just because he's better at making videos and his videos more entertaining. This guy's putting me to sleep, so he's
Sorry.
alright. Fuck him.
Yeah, this guy is British. So I grew up thinking British people were smart, but you know what? That's
Okay, it
not
had
right.
nothing to do with his race, Edwin. Can we not bring
Edwins, why do you have to bring it to race?
Race? Wait, British people are a race
Okay.
well a
alright.
group of people?
now? I just thought they had bad teeth. I didn't know that was a whole race.
I think this counterpoint video is very interesting and good, and I think we should watch it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
It's on two times.
Just
speed
two
now.
times speed because he's boring. But yeah.
Okay. All right.
Wuhan CDC or any other research facility. But that's what Matthew Ty and his followers now believe. So let's figure out how this story got so terribly mangled and embellished in its many retellings. Xiaobatow's information about researcher JHT and the bat blood and bat pee comes, he tells us, from a couple of media reports. He only gives an English translation of the titles, the first of which is by a reporter called Tao, initial P. Based on that, I tracked down an article with a similar title in Chinese by a reporter called Tao Pan, featuring a bat researcher called Tian Junhua. If his family name is placed last, as in Western tradition, that gives the initials JHT. The story tells of how on different occasions, blood, and on one occasion urine, had splashed on him while he was out collecting bats in the wild, and that he had isolated himself for 14 days because of the risk of infection. However, the article makes clear he was never infected. The timeline for these incidents is after 2012, when he started collecting bats, and before 2017, when the article was published. This is the researcher in question, Tian Junhua, filmed for a documentary about his research. And Xiao Butao seems to have accurately relayed what Tao Pan reported, just leaving out the dates. The Radio France Internationale reporter then seems to have mangled these different elements of Xiao Butao's post and embellished them. He turns a single researcher into several, he merges the separate incidents of bat blood and bat urine into a single incident, and then he moves the scene of the action from the caves of Hubei province into something called the Wuhan Virology Lab. But there's no such place, of course. He's conflated two separate institutes into one. Matthew Tai then adds an embellishment of his own. Instead of these non-existent lab workers not being infected, he claims they were infected. As I said, over 2 million people have seen this video, and of course lots of bloggers and commentators have copied Matthew Tai's version of Radio France's version of Xiao Butao's version of Tao Pan's version of the story. Okay, so let's look at Matthew Tai's second piece of evidence.
During my research, a name kept popping up. Huang Yanling.
If research means simply Googling keywords like Wuhan, bat, and patient zero, and reading blogs, chat rooms, Twitter, and its Chinese equivalent Weibo, then it's not surprising that Huang Yanling's name keeps popping up, because she's been the focus of a conspiracy theory circulated in China since early February. So, who is she?
Huang Yanling was a researcher in the lab working on the virology of bats with Shi Zhengli.
Well, she wasn't any of those things. First of all, Matthew Tai told us that the lab he's referring to is the Wuhan CDC, 280 meters from the seafood market. But Huang Yanling didn't work there. She worked at the Wuhan Institute of Virology, which is 12 kilometers away on the other side of the Yangtze River. And she didn't work on the virology of bats. All of her published research is involved with finding a cure for the bacterial infections Streptococcus and methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus. She was investigating the pathway by which these bacteria could be destroyed by viruses, nothing to do with bats at all.
And she's missing. Most people believe her to be patient zero, and most people believe she's dead.
Well, certainly a lot of people copying and pasting this rumor believe that. But popular belief isn't evidence. So what started all these rumors? Well, in February, when the virus outbreak was at its peak in China, someone went onto the website of the Wuhan Institute of Virology and noticed that there was no photo or bio of one of its ex-students. This is China, where questions tend to be quickly followed by conjecture. Where's the photo? If there's no photo, then she must be missing. And if she's missing, she must be dead. And if she's dead, she must have been involved in bat research and died from the new coronavirus. And if she caught the new coronavirus, then she must be patient zero. The story spread across China and was then popularized in the West by Matthew Tai.
Most believe that her body was quickly cremated and the people working at the crematorium were perhaps infected.
Now, that could be true. It is possible most people who are copying and pasting this rumor do believe her body was cremated and that the cremation crew got infected. Others believe she spread it through a boyfriend. But again, popular belief is not evidence. The most convincing evidence that she might be missing is that the government hasn't dispelled these rumors by finding her. But the sad fact is that people go missing all the time in China, and it's not because they all contracted COVID-19. We're dealing with a country that practices arbitrary arrest, and where the slightest criticism of the government can lead to arrest or detention or even imprisonment. It can lead to being fired from your job and relocated, effectively banished, to another part of the country.
And if Huang Yanling is really alive, like they claim, why is her photo and bio removed?
I honestly have no idea, Matthew. And what would be the point in doing that anyway, especially if her name and her graduation details are still there? She may be missing. She may not be missing. She may have got run over by a bus. She could be one of many people detained in China for political reasons. She could be living happily in Chengdu and doesn't particularly want all this attention. I don't know. You don't know, and the millions of people speculating about this don't know either. We can't just jump to the conclusion that she must be patient zero because YouTubers, bloggers, and chat room posters believe it. Matthew Tai's third line of evidence is a job posting on the Wuhan Institute of Virology website. I'll let him tell you what it says, then I'll show you what it really says.
Which basically says, we've discovered a new and terrible virus and would like to recruit people to come deal with it. The December 24th posting acknowledges that they've made a big discovery in human transmissibility and they need more help to deal with it.
Okay, so it doesn't say any of that. Matthew's showing you a translation of only part of the text he showed in Chinese. He's left all this out. And this missing translation is the part that supposedly says the team has discovered a terrible new virus. In fact, it doesn't say that at all. It says the team is engaged in long-term research that's been published in 110 papers and has identified a large number of new viruses in bats and rodents. So these new viruses haven't just been discovered. The term is referring to discoveries made over the last 10 years, and none of them is described as terrible. Research into bats as carriers of coronavirus is taking place all over the world, from South Africa to Germany, Kenya, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and of course the United States.
Sorry?
When I first watched that, I was like, that Chinese writing could literally say anything, and that guy's just translating it for us, and this guy's like, yep. But what if this guy's lying about that? Also, it says Epstein on the screen. What the fuck?
What's what?
Epstein. No, I was just distracted because it says Epstein on the screen, but like
Epstein
the first time we watched
spread
that,
the coronavirus. Epstein
yeah,
made
Jay
the
Epstein.
coronavirus to get revenge for catching him for touching kids.
This guy's just casually calling out the other guy. He's saying that he wrongly translated the Chinese, which now I feel like the other guy's just a farce, man. This is fucked up.
Well, no, what I'm wondering is like, dude, what if this guy's paid by China to debunk the story?
Well,
it could be
anything. The only way to find out is to get an actual Chinese person to translate the Chinese, and if whoever's lying about the translation is the liar. But I believe that
what if the translator we get is also working for the Chinese government?
This guy's not even British. This guy's Australian. So, all right, we can continue.
States. Why? Because these bats are known to be the source of coronavirus infection. And all these research institutes also advertise for researchers. You don't need to take my word for all this. I put all of these sources and links in the video description so you can check them. The theory that a female intern at a Wuhan lab got infected and then spread the virus is not new. It goes back several months, but its origins are unsubstantiated rumors on the Chinese language internet, embellished by bloggers, vloggers, and news outlets on the English language internet based on misreadings, mix-ups, and mistranslations. That's why everyone, especially mainstream media reporters, need to fact-check this stuff before believing it. But the idea that the virus leaked from a lab is just too good a story to let go. So bloggers and journalists are conjuring up all kinds of new evidence, like a photo taken supposedly recently inside the secretive Wuhan Institute of Virology, supposedly showing a broken seal on a fridge containing the SARS-CoV-2 virus. In fact, it was taken 2 years ago and posted on the Wuhan Institute of Virology's own website, and it's still there, along with other photos that the newspapers missed.
Sorry.
So there were no SARS-CoV-2 virus samples in the freezer, and all the virus samples that were there are held in sealed containers frozen to minus 23 degrees centigrade. Okay, how about this?
So when she heard about the outbreak of the new virus, she was worried that it could have come from her lab. She spoke about the sleepless nights she suffered worrying whether it was her lab that was responsible for the outbreak.
Which is understandable.
Sargon?
After all, it's possible someone might have come into contact with bat samples and not
Sargon,
noticed. According to the Washington Post,
whatever
officials from
he
the US
said
Embassy
is
in Beijing
right.
visited the Wuhan
Oh,
Institute of Virology a few years
dude.
ago and were concerned about safety standards there. According to the Post, the Chinese researchers at WIV were receiving assistance from the Galveston National Laboratory, but the Chinese requested additional help. The cables argued that the United States should give the Wuhan lab further support, mainly because its research on bat coronaviruses was important, but also dangerous. But after gene sequencing, it turned out that the new virus was not among the viruses collected from samples taken in the wild. So is it possible it came from a virus the lab possessed that was similar? That's the claim of a tabloid newspaper, now being read out by this YouTuber.
One of the virus samples she had in the laboratory had a 96% genetic match to COVID-19.
What they mean is that it had a 96% genetic match to SARS-CoV-2. COVID-19 is the disease, not the virus. The newspaper is referring to RATG13, a naturally occurring virus that the researchers sampled from a bat in Yunnan province. But 96% doesn't make this the same virus. After all, we humans share 96% of our DNA with chimpanzees. One research team may have found a much better match, 99%, with a virus found in pangolins. But I can't cite that definitively because the research hasn't been published yet. Another popular theory is that the virus was deliberately bioengineered in an effort to study bat viruses and then accidentally escaped from the lab. The favourite piece of evidence for this theory is supposedly a 2017 article in Nature. Researchers created a chimeric virus made up of surface protein SHC014. All right, you read it.
And the backbone of a SARS virus that had been adapted to grow mice.
Guys, there is no way I'm not
You'll
getting
notice that
trolled
March
right now.
editors
I'm
don't understand
100%
because
getting
it's obviously
trolled.
related
I'm
to the
getting
question of
trolled
was
so
this created
hard.
in a lab. They say we are aware this story is being used as a basis for unverified theories that the novel coronavirus causing COVID-19 was engineered. There's no evidence this is true. Scientists believe that an animal is the most likely source of the coronavirus. Well, ultimately, that would still be the same, even if it was engineered, would it not?
No, it would not. Making assumptions like this, based on a failure to understand the difference between a lab-made virus and one that comes from an animal, is exactly why Nature warned you not to use the paper as the basis for unverified theories.
Thank you
And not
for the
repeating that
raid,
warning out loud,
Gappy.
you come straight out with an unverified theory. Natural
Very much
viruses and lab-engineered
appreciated.
viruses are completely different. Because when researchers are bioengineering a virus, they usually don't build the entire thing from scratch. What they're interested in is the business end of the virus, called the spike proteins. They house the receptor binding domain, the RBD, where the virus attaches itself to the host cell, and the cleavage sites, where it breaks in and enters the cell. So except in exceptional circumstances, they build the spike proteins onto the structure of an existing infectious virus. I suppose the best analogy is graffiti artists. They usually don't spend lots of time and money building an entire wall from scratch in order to spray paint their art. They find an existing wall and use that. When researchers at the Scripps Institute examined the genetic makeup of the new coronavirus, they discovered that the whole thing was new. Not only that, there was clear evidence that the virus had evolved. It had genetic sequences that could only be obtained in the presence of a complete immune system. Battle scars, if you like, showing that it had been forced to evolve by adapting and trying to overcome immune responses. You don't get that by artificially growing a virus in the presence of isolated cells. The Scripps Institute researchers published their findings in Nature Medicine with the clear conclusion that it wasn't a laboratory construct. One of the researchers told Science Daily, these two features of the virus, the mutations in the RBD portion of the spike protein and its distinct backbone, rules out laboratory manipulation as a potential origin for SARS-CoV-2. The fact that this virus wasn't engineered rules out another rumor in the English language blogosphere that it was a bioweapon developed by the Chinese, and the rumor on the Chinese blogosphere that it was bioengineered by the US Army. Analysis of the virus has ruled that out. The Australian tabloid this YouTuber and many others are copying from claims it got all its information from a leaked dossier compiled by governments, but it won't show it or tell us who wrote it. A secret leaked dossier does sound more reliable than bloggers, YouTubers, and tabloid newspapers, but it doesn't contain a single piece of information that couldn't have been found on the internet with a simple Google search. The information about a 96% match, for example, comes from a Nature paper by Chinese researchers, including Xijun Li, published in February. The fact that the authors of the supposed dossier thought COVID-19 as a virus says a lot about their expertise and the extent of their research. And the information about a chimeric virus built in a laboratory is hardly secret. It comes from this February paper in Nature. The quotes about Xijun Li worrying that the virus might have come from her laboratory were published in April in Scientific American, etc., etc. No need for the Telegraph to invoke a leaked dossier. All this could have been just as easily written by an intern trawling through the internet and copying and pasting publicly available information. But as researcher Peter Darshak says,
let's look at the balance of probability. That's what you have to do.
That's because there's another laboratory in China which is a much more likely source of the infection. Unlike the Wuhan Institute of Virology or the Wuhan CDC, which have just a few researchers handling bat samples using safety equipment and protocols, this secretive laboratory outside Wuhan employs thousands of researchers. It's never been inspected by anyone outside of China, and yet it has a much lower level of biosecurity than both of the other labs. Safety equipment here is completely absent, and there have been numerous cases of researchers coming into contact with bat blood and bat urine. I'm sure you'd agree that this laboratory is a much more likely source of infection. Now that I've got the attention of the lab leak believers, the place I'm talking about isn't actually a laboratory. It's the countryside, and the researchers are actually just Chinese farmers and villagers who venture into the woods and caves around Wuhan, trapping bats for food and digging bat guano for fertilizer.
People live out in rural areas close to bat caves. They're exposed every night when bats fly over them, urinate, defecate, maybe onto their food or into their drink. And people go into bat caves. People go in for various reasons. They go into dig out the bat guano, the feces, and they use it as a fertilizer, just like we used to do many years ago with bird feces. And they go into caves to shelter from the rain. They're farmers. They're subsistence farmers hunting and eating wildlife, so they get exposed that way.
Even tourists visit caves crowded with bats and infested with bat urine and feces. So if the virus made the direct jump...
Sorry, did you want to say something?
No, I'm just reacting to the farmers are just getting shot on by bats.
I know.
Dude,
from bats to humans,
I
these
believe
places where
that.
thousands of unprotected people come into contact with bats and don't isolate themselves are a much more likely source of infection. So why don't tabloid newspapers write stories about this? For the same reason I had to call it a laboratory, to get people's attention. Secret labs full of reckless scientists and dangerous experiments releasing deadly viruses make headlines and sell newspapers. Peasant farmers collecting bat shit in caves. Well, you can see why people prefer the lab story. But all that assumes the virus jumped from bats directly to humans in the first place. Although bats are probably the reservoir for the virus, most researchers don't think they passed it directly on to humans. According to DNA analysis, SARS-CoV-2 first evolved around 50 years ago in bats, and then most likely spread to humans through an intermediate species. That was how previous viruses have spread, SARS through civets and MERS through camels. A likely pathway for SARS-CoV-2 was through pangolins. It's the world's most trafficked mammal, highly prized in China for food, as well as having its scales used for traditional medicine. As I mentioned earlier, one so far unpublished study found a virus in pangolins that shared 99% of its DNA with SARS-CoV-2. So what has the Wuhan seafood market got to do with all this? Well, very early on, it was clear that many patients coming into Wuhan hospitals with pneumonia-like conditions had a connection to the market. A paper in The Lancet, a British medical journal, confirmed this. It's possible it came to the market from outside and spread there simply because it's the kind of place where crowds of people come together, but it's also possible the virus started there. Not by bats, which weren't sold at the market, but through other animals sold there. Epidemiologists and virologists have been warning for years that these wild animal sales, where exotic species are brought together, often alive in closely packed cages, are a breeding ground for new viruses. They've been calling for the Chinese government to shut them down and stamp out the trade. That's where the attention needs to be focused, and that's why the Chinese government needs to be held accountable. It's always easier to blame scientists because that makes for a better story and a more juicy conspiracy. Most people don't understand science, and they don't read any of the published research that comes from these institutes, so it's easy to convince them that these places are secretive and mysterious. It not only sells newspapers, it sells t-shirts.
Oh. Whoa, what an ending.
Wait, what?
The Chinese.
He just fucking slammed
So it's easy to convince them that these places
for
are secretive
selling
and
merch.
mysterious. It not only sells newspapers, it sells t-shirts.
Bow, bow, bow. That's the sound effect we need at the end.
No, I gotta admit, that was a very, very good response. But at the end of the day, now I just don't know. I don't know where the source of it, where it came from.
Hey, as long as there's doubt, I'm happy. So
isn't it the farmers getting shot on by bats in the cave?
I think it's very likely that I like this guy's theory, but I think it's very likely, like they're handling bats a lot there, right? They're around bats a lot, so
the bats shat on everybody.
Well, our intelligence. I mean, our intelligence. community basically came out and said, or was it said? Burn 19. Okay, so U.S. intelligence said that in November of 2019, which is around the time it starts getting out, that 3 of their researchers there got so sick that they needed hospital care. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Is this
hey,
a media or is this actual like?
But that also could be explained by the fact that it is very infectious, and it would make sense that researchers who are in that area get sick from it, right? I mean, it doesn't
but
necessarily mean.
it also would make sense that they were the source of it.
I mean, I could say anybody who got sick with it is the source of it.
Well, you have to go by the date. So we need to figure out when they got sick in November of 2019. When did the people at the food market start getting sick?
I have to look all this stuff up. Yeah.
Oh, and now we're gonna become the people that find the source.
What's the earliest?
We're gonna find the source live on Twitch. Now we're
COVID.
Oh, we were so close to not getting banned after this video, this new one. But now we're gonna.
Okay, December.
Okay,
December 2019 was the outbreak in China.
This guy says it's been around for 15 years. The guy who made that video, and that it most likely it was jumped from the bat to the pangolin. So
Oh, Keem knows. Keem tweeted about coronavirus before coronavirus happened.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I tweeted about it in 2013.
Huh.
Yeah, watch this.
He put stock on that.
Not gonna like this tweet, chat. You all hate me and think I'm stupid, but watch.
I mean, I think it is fair. I mean, I think even Bill Gates said something about like the next big thing is going to be a pandemic. So,
dude, that's the next
but
trend.
Keem said it first.
Keem said it first. True.
I did say it first.
Yeah. Yeah. Bill Gates stole that from you. So
as soon as I find the tweet, give me 2 seconds.
Jeez, I'm helping you look for it. You made a lot of coronavirus tweets apparently the past year.
I'll find it. I would like to bring evidence to the chat, and I will bring it right now. Here, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm not sure what your tweet proves, though.
Oh, go ahead. Look at the tweet. I just put it in the chat.
Okay.
Proves that I knew about this before anyone.
Coronavirus, new black plague. Okay. Yeah, you knew about it.
What's the date?
It's May 28th, 2013. But we have had coronaviruses before, right? This is like
I called it. Quit spinning the narrative.
Wait, I'm not spinning the narrative. I'm just saying we have had coronaviruses. So it's pretty good.
Not the Black Plague one.
Not this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
He actually predicted the Omicron, not the one we're having right now.
Uh-oh. My internet.
So what's the next big thing, Keem? What's the next thing that's going to come out in the next?
So we have a couple things happening. We have a big earthquake in LA area.
Oh, that one's been predicted.
Oh, that's coming. That's really coming.
My dad also said that something's gonna happen in Florida. You know about that? Big hurricane or something.
And then, well, if I can I'm gonna do some remote viewing real quick. Just bear with me 2 seconds.
Oh shit! Outer body experience.
Bear with me 2 seconds. Do some remote viewing. If we could.
Chat's mad at you now,
Can I get you to?
Chat's saying they said so. Keem knew and didn't make a 10-minute video warning people.
Wow.
Hell no. Hell no.
Oh my god.
Well, he was
Dude,
getting mad at Alex
everyone
back
to get
then.
infected. Everybody wearing masks is your fault.
I made a tweet warning that it was the new Black Plague, and nobody listened to me. All right.
I'm sorry, what did you say? Plague? Did you just call it plague?
Plague.
Plague? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm Stardust. I'm gonna need you to hum a melody so I can get in the zone, like
Okay.
and I'm gonna do some remote viewing just to predict the future. I need somebody to screen record because whatever comes out of my mouth will happen.
Keep going, Stardust.
You want something ominous, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
okay.
almost had it. Go. Okay. Next big thing is a press conference from an entity not from this world.
Oh shit. Dude, he had to leave. The truth bomb was too big. An
Wow.
entity not from this world. We're gonna get a press conference from them.
Wow.
Oh shit. An alien just comes down and he's like, "Yo, catch my new Twitch channel, Alien 420, and we're gonna have a press conference about what's going on, bitches," and then everyone will tune in. That's what's gonna happen.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
Keemstar.
Wait.
It happened. The Black Plague.
New Black
good shit.
Plague.
Plague, and then he changed it to Plague after. That was pretty funny.
Which one is it? Black Plague?
It's Plague, yeah.
Plague. What about tomato? Is it tomato or tomato?
Okay, Edwin. Okay, I see.
What about aluminium? Is it aluminium or aluminum?
God, dude. Wow.
Wow.
I'm surprised he
What the
didn't
fuck?
acknowledge. I you know, it's weird. I can't put Keemstar on anything. I had to put Kermit Star in the title.
Wait, what do
Oh,
you mean?
why?
Because it won't let me. It's like, this may be against the guidelines.
Are you serious?
Really? You can't put Keem
That's
in?
fucking
I think you put
hilarious. You
Keem
should've
in the
told us
title.
that.
I can't
He's
for
verified on Twitch.
I know, but for some reason, when I put Keemstar on my titles, it won't let me do it. So I have to change it to Kermit Star.
Can you hear that?
Oh my
no,
god.
I saw him
mean, he
tweet the
used
other-
to be banned on Twitch.
No,
but
but he
Maybe
tweeted the
why?
other day
Maybe
that-
that's why. I don't know.
He tweeted the other day that he can't join on like some Sony game like with his own name.
Wow. Yeah, I had to
Is-
put Kermit
Is
Star.
Keem?
Kermit Star.
Yeah,
Is
well, I
Keem
can
a slur or
screenshot it.
something?
I don't know. Maybe. Let me see. Let me see if let me try it again, and I'll screenshot it.
Wow, I thought you were like making a weird like Kermit.
No.
Kermit.
Oh, maybe I can. It just
Stardust,
says.
Kermit Star?
It just says this. This is what it says, right? Every time I put Keemstar in there,
Dude,
it says
the
this
first
title.
part of your name is the second part of his. Have you noticed that?
Wait, what?
Yeah. See, look, it says this title may conflict with Twitch moderation policy, so I have to always change it to Kermit Star.
Damn.
Yeah,
They're trying to hide the truth.
yeah.
Fuck.
Your name is
Wow.
against.
Dude, and you just platformed him.
I know.
Unreal. And we not only did you platform him, but we fucking talked about aliens. We talked about
Talk about
fucking
conspiracy
mutilating
theories.
cows in Utah. We hit every fucking tick in the conspiracy book.
Yeah.
We watched the fucking video on COVID and where it started. Holy shit! Damn. It's almost like a get banned off Twitch challenge we're going through, huh?
Yeah, Keemstar, guys, is I know, I'm very humble, but look, Keemstar is a YouTuber. I know he's not as big as me, but you guys can go check him out. He's on YouTube. Look him up. Keemstar. Keemstar. Star, I think he's mad. He's mad.
He recently did his first debate on his channel Keemstar. It got 28K views, pretty good for someone just starting out.
Yeah.
So you should check him out.
I know. I like to platform people smaller than me, so.
Very humble.
Star, you triggered him. How did I trigger him?
Dude, he believed the Wuhan video, and I did too, for almost 2 years, and you just ruined it, dude.
That's kind of cool. You know, he experienced self-growth here. But let me tell you something. That first guy in the first video, he had a really chill voice. I really like his presentation, but I didn't really agree. You know, besides the Chinese writing, because I legit was thinking he could be translating fucking anything. Besides that, I didn't really like the lazy B-roll of watching like a mall. Like I was like, what the fuck? Why are we in a Chinese mall? Like that felt boring. Like lazy.
That's how
But
I
maybe
remembered the video, is because of that footage. I was
just
like,
fucking
oh, I remember
watching
seeing
like
that
a
footage.
KFC in China. Why do I want to look at a KFC in China and like people
Okay,
cleaning up?
but we also have YouTubers who use like CS:GO surfing as background and shit like that. Like,
Well, at least you know what you're getting.
Guys, please. Oh, Keemstar left the call, guys. He's not mad. He just left the call.
He beyond left the call. He transcended out of the call.
After he gave his prediction, he vanished. This is like, this guy is up and coming. You should check him out.
yeah,
He's up and gone.
I honestly think he's kind of entertaining. I think he has talent. I think he might be able to get like 100K subs one day or something.
I think so. Yeah.
All right, no need to suck his cock too hard, guys.
I don't
Jesus
know
Christ.
if he'll get past that, but
He'll get there. Yeah, he'll get there. Guys, thank you
One day.
for tuning in. If you like this content, please subscribe and drop a follow, okay? My camera is facing downwards because you, the viewers, are always above me, okay? And I just want you to know we'll have many moments where I
ask you
can just
something.
stare into your eyes.
black-eyed pea staring into my soul.
I
bringing me
want
down.
to ask you something real quick. So, would you say it's like every day or every other day or maybe 2 or 3 times a week that like weird shit happens on your channel where it's kind of like edging on the TOS, or how often you think this?
I think it's like, it used to be like once a week, maybe, on my channel, or maybe twice a week, actually. But ever since talking to you guys, oh my God, every day. Holy crap. Oh, wrong window.
Oh, every day shit, okay. All right.
Yeah, you guys are a really bad
Cool.
influence.
So, well,
I think
Yeah.
he left
Oh,
because
yeah,
you called
cool
him
he's still
Kermit
around
Star. I
then.
hope not. I hope he didn't.
No,
that
he
was
left
written that
before
whole
that.
time, wasn't it? was written
Here's
that whole
a
time.
question. You're a political streamer, right?
Yeah,
Stardust. So
yeah.
I have a political question. How would the political landscape change if everything's the exact same, but Joe Biden just right now on his main president Twitter account tweet out the N-word? How would it
What?
change?
We
What?
have
What kind of
such
question
a
was that?
huge
I thought you were going
dude, that
somewhere
would change everything. That would change. I think you because you wait.
But
sorry,
then he was
The
out the
debates
next day.
with the leftists, like what would happen? The whole
I
world
think
would
the
go into chaos.
Democratic Party would fucking. I think
Impeach him?
I think the Democratic Party would split in two. Honestly,
just one word on Joe Biden's Twitter would change the course of history forever.
We need
What do
to
you say with the
start
hard R with an A?
victimizing.
No, hard R, just
Hey,
no context,
Oh
just
my god.
Nigger tweet.
Let's go back to old Twitter days where you're just quoting a song and it's okay. Like that's what you had to do. You know?
That's how you defend Joe Biden? Wow.
I hope it's a song. Yes, a song is acceptable.
No,
right?
he'd
Every
be
now and
just
then you like
tweeting
rap
out
into a
the
song.
N-word, no context. No
What's
capitalization.
that one?
Why is my camera not working on
What's
this
the
one?
police? Because I'm a minority. Or what's it called?
Oh, there we go.
And he wasn't hacked. He wasn't hacked. Like, it's confirmed that Joe Biden tweeted it out. Like, that's a stipulation. Because someone in chat say people think he's hacked. But no, he can't be a hack.
Coming straight from the underground.
He releases a video of his entire cabinet behind him as he tweets it out and presses the button. He
A
confirms
young
it.
niblet got it down because I'm brown and not the other color, so police think they have the authority to kill the minority. F that S, because I ain't the one for a punk mother effer with a badge and a gun to be beaten down and thrown in jail. We can go toe to toe in the middle of a cell. Watching with me because
Edwin.
I'm a teenager. Sorry. All right. I think I gotta go to bed too. So
I think I do too. Yeah, this was a fun stream. Thanks for adding me to the call.
No problem.
Yeah. Well, I guess now we're on your thing, so thanks for having us on. You know.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. We
All right,
should
well-
let's play a game tomorrow or something.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I'll check my schedule. Peace out.
Check your schedule. Okay. All right.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
See ya.
That was a fun stream, guys. I did not expect for this to turn into a COVID stream. Nuke the VOD? Nah, we pushed back plenty. I think we're fine. What's Twitch gonna do? Oh my god, I can't believe you did that. Dude, do you even know who Keemstar is? What has this stream turned into? We're just looking at relaxing video of the underground, of the ocean, okay? What a fucking banger of a stream. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I know. I wasn't expecting it to turn into that. That was so fun. I had so much fun. Oh my gosh. I really thought he was trolling me. It was a fucking roller coaster. Hey man, if I don't get canceled for platforming neo-Nazi flamenco or for fighting with fascists or I don't know, whatever the fuck my joke that I made the other day on the panel, I'll definitely get canceled for this. You didn't push back hard enough, Stardust. The remote viewing was interesting. Yeah, I liked everything we talked about tonight. That was super fun. Guys, I told that joke, Augie's joke, tits, ass, or black people, and literally the whitest person on the panel got mad at me. Next time I'm just going to say Indian people, or I'll say brown people. Tits, ass, or brown people. I'm going to start telling everybody to I'm going to change my name to a slur, and I'm going to tell everybody that they can't call me Stardust anymore. They have to call me a slur. So, because Stardust is I don't know. Okay, never mind. I'm just digging a deeper hole for myself. How are you doing, chat? That was hilarious. It was vintage Stardust. Slur dust. Oh god, dude. As a member of Augie's community, it's been a treat having you around. Hey. Thanks. I always appreciate it. It's nice to make friends who don't have like sticks up their asses, so. Did you know that Harriet Tubman was a remote viewer? Yeah. I heard about that. Zonia! Zonia is a superstar of the night, gifting subs to everybody. Look, I'm not gonna hate on the pronoun thing, okay? I don't know enough about gender theory to really say anything on it. And our reading last night really showed that I don't know anything about gender and stuff, so. They ruined our last woman, so it's really good they're reaching out. What the fuck? What do you mean ruined? What does that mean? They ruined our last woman? What? Look, I don't need Keemstar to believe like specifically what I believe, but it's good that he has some doubt now over that Wuhan lab leak theory. So it's sad when these peeps seem more normal than Twitch politics peeps, but I love it. Yeah. She came broken, actually, not their fault. You also wrote another banger manifesto on me? Oh my god. Wow, Sign Streams, thank you for the raid. What is your opinion of Gary Vaynerchuk, or whatever his last name is? Is that the guy who writes the really fucked up stories? If that's the guy who writes the really fucked up stories, or is that somebody else? Oh no, Gary V is like the marketing guy, right? Entrepreneur. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Edwin believing everything. And Bowblax saying, oh, this guy's video is better, so I believe it more. Anyways, that's very funny. I enjoyed that. Yo, shout out to Sign Streams. Thank you. Oh, I should shout out everybody who was in the stream today. So shout out to I know he's a small streamer, but you guys should check him out, okay? Shout out to Bowblax. Did anyone acknowledge Wildman's feet pic? No. Thank God. Yeah, no problem. Cool. That was so fun. I had so much fun. How do you even get past that? Like, how do you top that? There's no topping that. Let's see. Who are we raiding today? I want to raid Kate. I think Kate Raff is a good one. She's a small streamer, but I like her. She's cute and she's really nice. And oh, I should shout out Augie as well. Shout out to Augie. I'm here 7 days a week, guys. 7 nights a week. Okay? Every night I am here streaming 7, 8 hours, sometimes 9. So you should come back tomorrow, okay? Because I debate people, I fight people. Yeah, it's and I do other stuff, plenty of other stuff. I rated Pixel last time, so or I think I rated her a couple of times ago. And yeah, I do other things like play games and talk to people, and I host panel shows, as you guys know, every Saturday and every Thursday. So, all right, let's go, guys. Good night.